All right, and we are live. All
Hello there.
right, so currently, right now, we don't have anyone in here as of yet. So we'll see how this goes. I will definitely repeat this again later on as some come in, but this was very, very last minute. Cindy can tell you it was definitely last minute as
Yes.
far as us doing this impromptu live. It looks like we have some coming in now. So if you're here, definitely give us a little bit of a chat so we know that you can hear us perfectly fine.
Right.
But I hope everyone so far has had a great weekend. If you have off today, definitely let us know. And if you do have off today, thank you so much for joining us because we definitely appreciate the time that you're having off.
Oh, my grandson is here.
Oh, is this your grandson right here?
Yes. Hi, baby.
Because
He's
I
my
was
youngest.
wondering, I was like, hold on, I wonder if Cindy knows this person.
Yes. He's 14 years old. He's phenomenal at baseball. That's my baby.
Oh, hi, grandson. Is that his
Hi,
name, Chance?
sister. I love you. Oh, kid's got my heart.
No, it definitely does. It pulls at your heartstrings when you have family come on that supports.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you for being here.
How you
You
doing,
definitely
Chance?
made Grandma's day by coming on.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Joyce is in the house. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Hello,
Joy.
Joyce. How has your weekend been so far? Have you done anything exciting that you want to share with us? Definitely let us know. What have you done so far this weekend, Sydney?
This weekend,
Yeah.
well, from the lack of sleep the other day, I slept a lot of yesterday. But I mean, we really haven't done. We've been pretty low key. We went to Walmart, got a couple things the other day, and then we went to Sonny's barbecue for lunch yesterday. That was,
Oh,
that
we
was after that
had
that I was kind of passed out.
two, I want to say, two Sunnies that were like in a close proximity. We had one that's fairly close. It's probably like it would have been like a 10-minute drive on the other side of town. And then we had one that's like 20 minutes away at a different city, and they closed both of them. I don't know why, but both closed down.
They're so good here.
Lynn is in the house.
What's for lunch,
Lynn,
Miss Sea Lion girl?
look at you, girl, surprising us again, getting ready for lunch. Oh, what are you fixing for lunch, especially since you're doing sea lion?
Let
Let us know. We're definitely curious.
us guess. Meat and salt.
Exactly, right?
Yes. She just commented on my video because when I showed all that food, she said, "You're teasing me really bad now."
Oh, not much about to do a video for my channel. Oh, I literally just had to kind of get back into the swing of things because I have definitely been neglecting when it came to my content. I had plans to do recipe videos like I told everyone. I have not ever used this GoPro that I purchased. I purchased it before I even thought I was going to have a YouTube channel, and I was going to literally just use it for personal use, just for our family. And when you have something and you keep it brand new in the box, and then you just kind of get into unboxing it and trying to figure out how to use it, I went out, bought a memory card for it. But I swear, if I still was within like the return time frame of 90 days, I would probably be returning it because when I tell you anything that could have gone wrong with a camera went wrong with this camera.
That's
It started overheating. And then I don't know if there's a setting. I'm going to still have to research into it. But the actual screen ends up turning off. So it's like you can't even get a preview of like what you're recording any longer because it'll stay on for so many seconds and then it'll shut off.
oh
So
no.
I don't even know if anyone's truly like seeing what I'm showing them, like especially if I'm showing like an ingredients on like a package or a box or something like that. So I don't know. I'm at the point where either I might just sell it all because I even purchased like extra accessories for it. So I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But I did post a grocery haul, so I'm trying to get kind of back into the swing of things. Sea Lion strong, just doing burgers. I'm kind of lazy, lol.
Burgers are good. Ain't nothing wrong with those.
Listen, we don't have to label it as lazy. It's the simplicity. I am all for the simplicity. And if I wanted to, I could eat burgers all the time and definitely be happy with just burgers because I like ground beef. I know there's some they have to have the variety, and I love the variety, don't get me wrong, but I'm fine with burgers every day if I needed to have it.
This lamb queen.
I know. I'm telling you, but I love burgers only that much. Like even prior to going to carnivore, I loved burgers. I mean, and especially, when you're on a tight budget as well, because for a little bit there, we were a one income household for over a year. So burgers, I mean, you almost had to enjoy and like it because that's literally what I was having most of the time was a lot of
Burgers,
burgers.
beef hot dogs, or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap. Hello,
Oh,
Jason.
we have Jason in the house. Jason, thank you so much for being here. How has your weekend been, Jason? Did you do anything exciting? I don't know if you saw any of his footage, Cindy, but he had some footage of a cottage, and oh my gosh, it looks so tranquil and so peaceful.
I saw his footage of the whatchamacallit,
Was it the hummingbird?
hummingbird, the hummingbird.
Yes. I'm telling you, I was feeling envious because, oh my gosh, we've had in our neighborhood, we actually have two houses that are being built like right next door to each other. They literally just cleared this like whole plot of land and it's been really, really noisy lately. So Lynn's saying she pretty much just eats burgers every day anyway. Love them. I'm pretty basic. I hear you. And that's kind of why I stepped a little bit away from recording my meals every day because now I'm working. So for my 30-minute lunch break, I just really go in with something real simple and easy, like over easy eggs and air frying some burgers because, of course, I'm just getting 30 minutes. And our kids are always home with me because they start homeschooling September 11th. They've been homeschooled for almost 5 years now. So being able to feed them as well as myself in 30 minutes, it could definitely be a big time crunch if you overcomplicate things.
Right.
So just doing some quick burgers over easy eggs. I have plenty of time to get that cooked for myself as well as them and still have plenty of time to eat within that 30 minutes. So
Hold
I
your
am
ears
all
in.
about the basic.
Hey, they're gonna get you. Go back
Yes.
up one. Go
Oh,
back.
Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob is in the house. If you are not sub to semi-retired Bob, definitely go sub to him. I'm gonna go ahead and
Back up one to
drop.
my grandson. Up one.
Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Yeah, Bob's was before his, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and add Bob's channel here as well. He is a true inspiration. So definitely, if you are not sub to him, go ahead and show him some love and support. And thank you so much, Bob, for being here. So he's just saying on my way out, but had to stop in and say hello. Have a great stream. Thank you.
Hello.
We appreciate you. All right, let me go ahead and drop his, and then your grandson's was next. Let's see. All right, let me get him posted here. All right, I went ahead and dropped Bob's link there. Chance, I never liked burgers, but now I do.
Hey, Chance. How's school going? He just started high school. He just
Oh,
started high school.
wow.
Let me know how school's going, buddy. This is my grandson, for those of you that popped in after I said that. He's 14 years old.
Yeah, we would be interested to know. Oh, so he's replying back here. It's going good.
Good, buddy. Did you get
That's great
lost
to
in
hear.
school?
That's great to hear because, high school can be difficult.
Yes.
It's definitely a real difficult transition, especially, going from kind of the way things are in middle school and then high school just seems like just a totally different environment. So I definitely can get it and understand. So we really hope you have a really great year ahead.
He says, I have so many new friends. That's amazing, buddy. I'm so happy for you.
That's great.
Sorry, I didn't
Jason
mean to be
saying,
skipping around.
oh, no, 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 it's okay.
Okay,
Nothing exciting
continue.
this weekend. Well, my weekend was simply just, I had just one plan, and I had told Cindy, I said, I definitely needed to get a pair of sneakers because I had stopped. Everyone knows, like, I had plans that I was going to always do dedicated treadmill time, which I've been doing. I've been getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning prior to work, doing my treadmill time. I'm not doing anything, strenuous. Like when it comes to the speed, I am challenging myself from day to day. That way I'm not getting too comfortable with just like a real, casual, relaxed walk. I want to be able to challenge myself. So I do up the speed here and there, like if I feel like I can go a little bit like extra. But then again, I'm not trying to get too strenuous either because I want to make sure number one, I'm not hurting myself. And then also, secondly, I want to also make sure that I'm kind of adhering to the healing that I need to continue with since I did have that 1 week hospital stay in May. I don't want to, be overdoing anything in terms of my healing. I definitely want to keep things on the positive and healing plans. But I did go shopping, found two pairs of sneakers at a outlet mall. I was super happy because they had a sale that it was buy one, get one 50% off. So it worked out that I literally bought like two pairs of sneakers for what the price of like one would have been if I went to like a regular sneaker store. So that worked out to be perfect because now I can have two pairs of sneakers that I can offset like day to day as far as like wearing them out when it comes to the treadmill time. So Joyce is saying I have to keep it simple, pork, steak, and chicken in the air fryer. Yes. I joke with everybody because a lot of the community, especially the carnivore community, is very much about like the grill and the smoker. And I joke that I dare any of them to pry my air fryer from me because I'm telling you, my air fryer, it definitely is a saving grace, especially when it comes to work days. It's just so simple. It's like, how can you not love it? And the quality of how steaks come out and the chicken especially like skin on chicken. Oh my goodness. Like that skin, the way it air fries and air crisp, it's so tasty, so amazing. So I'm all about the air fryer life. What about you, Cindy? Do you use your air fryer a lot?
Not really. We have such a narrow opening. I use it for the toaster part of it a lot.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
But as far as putting things in there, we usually use the grill or the Blackstone or the oven. It's I do use it on occasion, but not often.
Oh, this is really cool. So Jason said he's going to set up a CCTV camera to do live broadcasts of the hummingbirds next summer. Oh, I would definitely be interested in that. It was just so peaceful and just so beautiful, that footage. So I can definitely see a lot enjoying that. It'll bring a different crowd to your channel as well. And I went ahead and I put each of the links. So if you have a channel, I'm going to go ahead and drop your link if I'm aware that you have a channel. So I have Semi-Retired Bob's channel posted here, just Jason Keto, as well as Joyce Butler. If you're not aware of any of those channels, you're not already subbed to them. We are all about supporting other channels out there and
Yeah.
just showing that kind of love to the community. So if you're not aware of them, please go ahead and show them some love and support in the form of a sub. So here's Chance again, also saying that he has so many new friends, and we hope that keeps on keeping on when it comes to those new friends. Just positive vibes for you with that high school living.
Yes.
Yes. Hello, Nicole. Nicole also has a channel. Nicole, you are a moderator. If you want to go ahead and drop your channel for those that are not aware of you, that way they can go ahead and show you some love and support as well. And Nicole, she has just reached her 1K sub. So, again, congratulations to you. We have Susie in the house. Hi, all. Hi, Susie. I saw her earlier. I'm sure you saw her earlier too, Cindy, on Nicole's live
Yeah.
earlier. So hello again to Susie.
Yes.
Lynn saying air fryers are life. How do we live without them? I know. I really just don't know what I would honestly do, especially for, a 30-minute time crunch when it comes to my lunch break. It makes things so simple that it's tempting me to get a larger air fryer so I can get a bigger batch done.
Well,
Everyone's saying hi
I
to
think
one
the last
another.
time I used mine is when I did those pork rind pellets.
Oh, yes.
And because it's such a narrow, it's burned
Right.
at the top. I was like, oh, I can't make those in here. But I was successful making them in the oven.
And of course, that has to
That
be the
worked.
first time you use it in like a hot minute for
Yeah,
something like that to
because it's
happen.
toasting. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it never fails. Joyce is saying, I love hummingbirds. I even got to hold one. I saved it when it was trapped. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Well, thank you so much for saving it because they are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm so happy you were able to save its life. And that is amazing that you got to hold one. They are beautiful. They are just absolutely gorgeous. All right, so Nicole has her channel link in there. Thank you, Nicole. Oh my gosh, I am so happy. So Jason, congratulations. He finally got to
Right.
1K this weekend too. Now we need to get some hours. Yes. Because most definitely, even though that 1K comes, you definitely have to get those watch hours when it comes to the monetization. But I am so happy for you. For Jason, this is truly a long time coming. In my heart, I truly feel like he should have already been at 1K a long time ago, just because of the way he supports so many in the community. He interviews everybody and anybody that has a story to tell, and he definitely supported me when I had an extremely small channel. I still have an extremely small channel, but I was a lot smaller than I am now when he interviewed me. So I absolutely appreciate Jason, and I'm just so wholeheartedly happy for you that you reached 1K. Carp Addict, now Carnivore. I love that handle name. Hello to you. Welcome. I hope you had a great weekend. If you did anything exciting, definitely let us know. Nicole giving congrats.
Yes. That's awesome.
Lynn's giving congrats. 1K is a big deal. That's really a lot of people when you think about it. No, absolutely. It definitely is. And it's definitely a milestone that is truly being earned because it does not come easy to reach that 1K for some of us. I am at 77 subscribers. Would love to get more. Yes. And we would love to get some subs your way as well. So, no,
Yes.
absolutely. If no one is familiar with Joyce's channel, definitely, definitely, definitely go ahead and give her some love. We would love to see her channel thrive and grow as well. Thanks. It was a journey for sure. Absolutely. And that's what we have to consider. There's so many aspects on these journeys, whether it is sharing your journey on YouTube, just connecting with the community. There are so many amazing non-scale victories that we are accomplishing, just part of our journey in a whole. So yet again, I am so happy for you yet again. That's really exciting. Thanks so much. I'm a hurricane refuge. Oh, from Florida, waiting for my electric to come back. Well, in South Carolina. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry that you had experience that you had to evacuate from Florida. I am in South Florida. We are actually on the east side. So thankfully, we only got just rain. I want to say probably for like 1 day, as the hurricane was kind of just brewing. Um, but oh my goodness, I truly, truly hope that your electric comes back on sooner than later. Wow. It's really scary because that is exactly what exactly happened. It went from Florida to the Carolinas. Um, but as I said, I really hope you get electric sooner than later. Absolutely, Joyce. So Joyce is saying, I just want to help people. And that is also our mentality as well. Cindy can definitely speak on behalf of herself, but we both share, only because we've discussed it, we share similar mentality because we share our stories because we do it only for the simple fact if we at least help that one person. Cindy, do you want to elaborate on that of your personal mindset when it comes to your channel?
It's impressive to know that you could be helping someone. I've been trying to find Joyce's channel because Jason said the one you posted on
So,
those two.
yes.
It's
So
eight.
that's what I noticed as well. So, Joyce, do you have another? Because I clicked on your name to view channel, and the one that it's linking to, for your name in the chat, is coming up with 2 subscribers. Do you have another dedicated channel name that I can go
Faith,
ahead and post?
hers is Faith to Victory, and I'm trying to find it as we speak. That's what I was doing.
Let me see here. Fate to victory. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find it here.
I'm looking too. So
Sometimes it's not that easy to find because, of course, there's keywords that pick up so many other.
I've got her on my list. Just go ahead and I'll look down my list of
Okay.
channels.
And then, oh, so Car Addict Now Carnivore also has a channel as well.
I got hers too. I
So
already,
we'll go ahead and we'll get yours posted because, of course, only if you're a moderator can you post a clickable link.
I already put
So
hers up. Carb Addict, I put
yeah.
hers up already.
So Cindy got you covered already. Thank you so much, Nicole. Be sure to smash that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rick is in the house. Hello to Rick, Twin Brook Acres. Here he is. Good day, good people. I hope you had a really great weekend so far, Rick. Did you do anything exciting? Let us know. 6 days and counting on the electric. Oh, wow. I'm from Live Oak, right in the Epic Center. Wow. Oh my goodness. And that's the scariest thing. I know a lot of people ask me because I've been in Florida for over 21 years now, and they're always asking me about the hurricane. And I just say, the worst thing is having to be without electric. Like, I would literally say that is the worst of the worst because I also think, we have a lot of senior citizens in this state. Some do not have family members. Some have lost their significant other already. They are living alone. And it's sad because a lot of times, they're without power, without any help of anybody. So that's why it's a scary situation when it comes to the no power. Especially many rely on machines that need power, especially when it comes to oxygen and stuff like that. So it's a sad situation for sure. Luke Goblin, Florida need a good washing. Horrible people over there. Well, that is your opinion. For me, I've been here for over 21 years and I have not experienced any horrible people. So you are entitled to your opinion.
That's just terrible to say anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Joyce, I cannot find your channel, and I have been searching this whole time.
Yeah, her first video was a transformation one. Joyce, I don't know if you are you able to come on the live with that channel name? And then it would allow us to have the option of view your channel from your comment, and then we can properly link it. If you're able to do that, that would be a huge, huge help. Because I see Lynn was also looking. So definitely, we want to be able to show you that love and support. So that would definitely be a huge help because it's definitely not pulling up for us. I want to interview people about their carb cravings and how they deal with them. That would definitely be a really good topic. A lot of other channels do discuss it. I know former fat girl Nicole, she discusses it because she does call it that she has food freedom right now. There's many in the community as well as myself. We consider it food freedom when it comes to those carb cravings. That would definitely be a good topic because I know many um, do have, slip ups and they come off plan from a perspective that they have not been able to completely heal from those carb cravings. Some are able to incorporate carbs in an accountability perspective where they're able to come off plan and still yet have the mentality that they're just going to have that one set carb that they plan to go in with, and then to simply go back on plan with carnivore, keto, or low carb, whatever their game plan is aside from that carb dedicated day. I think I'm going to change my name. It is so hard to find my channel. It can get tricky depending on the keywords. It can definitely get tricky. Um, I wouldn't more so say to change your channel name because if you have a purpose behind that, I would hate to see you change your channel name. In my own personal experience, I know some had wanted me to change my channel name as far as Mrs. Perfectly Imperfect Keto because they felt like it might have confused some, thinking I was doing like dirty or lazy keto. But my channel name has a story behind it. That's why wholeheartedly I stick with that channel name. But I would more so suggest if you want to go on lives and really kind of just connect with everyone through your channel, are you able to simply come on the chats under your channel name? Is what I would more so kind of
Or just
suggest.
throw the link in the chat. Anybody could pop in it. Do the invite and just put the link right inside the chat. And if she wants to pop in, all she'd have to do is click on it, I believe. If you wanted to do that.
Oh, so Nicole's trying to see if she can
Yeah,
link it as well and help out because Nicole is a moderator on my end, so she would definitely be able to do a clickable link.
she can't find it either. She just asked Joyce.
No, yeah, she's gonna see if she can put it on the chat and see. All right, so here a big limb fell and took out my house's electric pole in my box outside the house. Thankfully, no damage to the house itself.
Goodness.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank goodness that there was no damage to the house itself because that could also get very scary. Because, of course, if you have an area where there's like a lot of damage, it's really hard when it comes to getting a contractor to work on the fix because obviously, there's only so many contractors. And if there's a lot of damaged houses, that can definitely get time crunching as well. But we're just so thankful that you're okay as well. Um, because we have to kind of have that mentality that yes, it does stink to be without electric for 6 days, but we are in a point of privilege that we have electric, period. And I just kind of try to remind myself to have the mentality whenever I don't have electric in situations like that, like the hurricane time, there's many places that are permanently staying without electric and they don't really have a say in the matter. I am just thankful for your well-being. So Rick went to a state fair Friday, got our meats from a local farm on Saturday, and our grandson tried his first cherries off of our tree today. He had several. Oh, a cherry tree. I've never seen a cherry tree in person. Have you, Cindy?
I have actually. There was a girl that used to live around the corner from us that had one. We'd go over and pick cherries. They're good. They're so fresh and oh, it was good. But that was
Yeah,
in
that's really
Cincinnati.
cool. I just posted my grocery haul that I mentioned earlier in the live. So I definitely got a lot of meats on Saturday as well. So I am all with you. So Jason said it does take time to show up and search at Joyce Butler. And that's weird because that's exactly what I did. And the one you're seeing, Jason, it was the correct one where she had around 70-ish. I believe she said 77 subs. Because that one is the one that was not showing for me. So no, I'm still not seeing it here.
No, her channel name isn't her name. It's Faith to Victory.
Yeah, and he has it right here.
Hmm.
Huh. This is really strange. I'm gonna check again here. I don't know why. Sometimes YouTube, it's just one of those things. Oh, I think I found it. Or no, that's not her. I just clicked it and I'm like, that's definitely not her. Let me see.
3UF.
No, I don't know why it's not giving it to me here. It won't pull it up. Oh, that's really cool. So we have some connecting in the chat for possible future collaborations. So here, Carb Addict, now Carnivore, is telling Nicole, let's get together. I love to interview you. That's really, really cool. Perfect. Nicole was able to get it posted. Awesome, awesome. Jason, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate your help with that. I don't know how to do that, but would love that. Very, very cool. Yeah, with YouTube, it definitely goes associated with whatever email address you want to be able to set up. And it's kind of like you just really need to go into your channel settings and have all of that like under your dedicated information. I know that's what I had to do to kind of tweak my channel to be very much personal, to just having everything associated with YouTube and my personal stuff, like my email. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we have some love coming the way of Joyce as well as Jason.
Yes.
Perfect. Lynn found her as well. I will leave the stream running, but I have to hop on a Zoom call with my business coach. Be back soon. Okay, perfect. Absolutely. Your business is definitely going to take priority. We appreciate you for staying on. Okay. So Rick's saying I had a very strong carb craving one day last week. Took it as a message from my body. So I had home fries with my omelet. I felt better after. First time in 20 months that I broke my keto diet. And that is what it is all about. I know some in the community would have a different perspective. And for me, that's not my problem. For whatever perspective anyone wants to have, it is their right to have their opinion. But for me, as you said, you took it as a message from your body and you allowed yourself to show yourself you have food freedom because you basically had that accountability of having the home fries with your omelet and you continue on with life. You don't dwell on it. It doesn't become a basically a saga of you considering that you sabotage yourself. No, like this is something you did the first time in 20 months. That is huge right there. So for me, no matter what anyone says, you are an adult. You chose to go in with those home fries, and to me, there's nothing wrong with it. You took control of the situation, you had it, that's that, and it's important what you do after that. You have anything to say about that, Cindy?
Oh, I totally agree. When you want to do something, you just got to do it. And then you just get back on track and don't beat yourself up for it and move on. Because, like I've reiterated many, many times, this is all about a better health way of eating.
Mm,
And,
yes,
but if you decide you want something, you know, you just got to do it. Or that
right.
want is going to be so strong if you don't fill it in, if you don't just go for it. Because that want is going to expand into something that's you just don't want to have. Because
Yeah,
it
very
would just
true.
be exorbitant. It would be so much more than just that desire for those home fries. It's going to go from that to something else to something else if you don't satisfy it right then and there.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
when I went to the fair and I had that funnel cake,
Yeah,
the intention of doing it because we don't frequent fairs a lot.
right.
But that didn't mean I was going to spiral out of control and go
Yeah,
crazy because that was the one and done deal, and
yeah,
that's it.
right.
Yeah.
So here, cart addict, now carnivore. And do you want to share your first name with us? We kind of like to have that connection of just kind of knowing everyone from like a first name basis.
How
So
are
if you're
you on this
comfortable,
one?
yes, if you're comfortable with sharing your name, definitely drop a comment with just your first name. Exactly. My job is down on the list. That was a scary morning for sure. It definitely can be because, when you have that hurricane brewing outside, you just don't know. Like until you actually get to venture outside, you do not know what damage took place. You just don't know how everything's going to look until you take that first step outside. Oh, here she is. So we have Joy's Faith to Victory. She figured it out. Hello, everyone. Very, very cool. We definitely have to make sure to associate you now with this channel name of Faith to Victory. Very cool. I'm so happy you figured it out. So here I created my channel to have a central place for people to go for help with cravings, not just mixed in with other topics. That's really cool. And I can definitely understand that from that handle name that you chose, that you're definitely wanting it to be the focus and the central place for the carb addiction and the cravings. We have Joe in the house. Hi, folks. Wasn't
Hey,
expecting this live. We were not either until about what time was it? Like 1-ish p.m. Eastern
she
Standard
was
Time,
talking to
Cindy.
me at 1 o'clock. Said, "I think I'm going to do an impromptu live." She said, "If you want to join me." At first, you said 1:30, and I was just getting ready to sit down and eat my first meal. I'm like, "Well, I will be late." She said, "Well, push it back till 2." I said, "Okay."
And here, Lynn, Cindy, and Sana try to keep us in our toes with those surprise lives. Well, it's very much for us as well, too. We're keeping basically ourselves on our tippy toes over here as well. Because yes, it was very much last minute. And Cindy was actually having to get her first meal in. So I also wanted to give her some time to kind of be able to kind of get her day at like a settling point. For me, I will kind of get into my plans. So, as I mentioned before, I am dairy free for the month of September. So, I did start that on September 1st. There are some other channels that are also doing the elimination of dairy. Former fat girl that was here with us earlier, Nicole, she is also doing dairy free. She did go on vacay, so her plan is a little bit different that she started today. versus starting September 1st, which is absolutely okay. Everyone needs to do what is best for them. But dairy free is still going well for me. I do not miss cheese. As I mentioned before, it basically just does not have like the taste anymore when it comes to cheddar cheese, like Colby Jack cheese, those kind of cheeses. So it's still going really well. And then I definitely did start incorporating the treadmill again. I had to take a little bit of a break last week because the sneakers that I had, they were not giving me any comfort any longer, and I did not want to continue on using them and ending up injuring myself. So I did take a break last week. I only got in Monday treadmill time last week. And today I was able to get back into the groove of things. As I mentioned, I purchased some sneakers this weekend. So that's been going really well. And then starting today, I did make a commitment to be more conscious of my true hunger cue. I think I've kind of got into the habit of going based off on just hungry and not hunger. And there's definitely a difference between being hungry and true hunger. So I really need to be really mindful of that because a lot of times when I'm fixing my kids their first meal brunch, because our kids are keto, my husband's keto for over 4 years now. And I've kind of got it into the habit of because I'm fixing that first meal for them for brunch, I'm also sharing out a portion for myself when I'm just hungry and not truly having hunger. So I'm going to be more conscious because I really truly feel like my body really only needs OMAD, one meal a day. So I also started to be really conscious with that today as well. So today will definitely be a one meal a day kind of day. I'm going to just go in with dinner because I'm someone I don't track my one meal a day. Like I shared that with Cindy earlier, I don't track my one meal. So I don't say, oh, I just have 1 hour time frame and I need to get in all my protein, all my fat in that 1 hour or like in 2 hours. I still go according to being comfortably stuffed and getting a good ratio with the fat and the protein. I don't time limit myself because for me, I still feel like that's going to be like borderline fad diet, and that's going to be a really bad mentality to try to crunch in a lot of food in a time period. Like I feel like that's going to get me back to kind of like a binging type of mentality. Here we have Joyce. Thank you so much. You are very, very welcome. We are so happy that we were able to get your channel link there. All right, so here, hello, hello. Everyone's saying hi to each other.
Now, Twin Brook Acres, first name. I know you mentioned it before, but I
Rick,
don't know. Rick?
Rick, yes. There's many Ricks in the community as well.
Okay.
So here we have Love the Lives with Sun and Cindy. I was just thinking of breaking my fast and deciding what to start to eat. Oh,
So,
yeah, definitely let us know. If you decide on having something before this live is over, definitely update us and let us know what you're going to end up going in with. But thank you so much. We appreciate the love and the support. I'm going to go in really quickly and try to catch up a little bit here, and then we'll kind of get into like a little bit discussion now that we're mentioning our lives that happened on Friday. I think I'm sub to everyone else, wasn't ignoring anyone. Oh no, we know you're not. We see you all over the place in everyone's lives, Lynn. So thank you so much. You truly support anyone and everyone that has a channel. So no, we definitely don't feel like you're ignoring anybody. Jason, I can think of worse things to cheat with than home fries. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because probably if it was me, I was more so like a savory type of food lover. So for me, yeah, home fries definitely would have been up my alley, or like pizza would have been up my alley. And yes, there is always something worse than just those home fries. Oh, here. So I believe it's going to be pronounced Lana then. So we only have one letter difference. So I am Sana, Sana, and then now you are Lana. So that would be easy enough to remember. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your name with us.
I saw what you put it up.
That's perfect.
Yes.
So here we have, nice to meet you, Lana. We'll check out your channel. And this is what it's all about, definitely showing that support to everyone. Here we have Exposing Darkness. Hello, thank you so much for being here. And Jason saying, I'm always available for interviews. That is how I got my channel started. And he truly is. He is very supportive of everyone sharing their personal journey. And I can definitely tell you because Jason interviewed me, as I said earlier, and don't feel intimidated. Don't feel nervous about it. He is just so amazing at interviewing people. And I truly feel like he has a calling to have that type of collaboration when he interviews people. um, you will just feel so at ease and so comfortable. So if you are thinking of doing an interview, you've never done one before, Jason would be the perfect person to start off with doing that first collaboration with. Just saw you on Keto Chow.
Are you talking about me? Because I wasn't on it, but I was on 2KKs earlier today.
Oh, I wasn't on there. No, I wasn't in their chat either.
That's interesting.
Yeah, okay, perfect, perfect. Agreed, Jason. I figure home fries aren't too bad. There were worse things at the diner. Oh, I'm sure there was. Like, especially when it comes to all the desserts they have available and the milkshakes. Yeah, there's definitely a lot worse there, Rick. So, yeah, well, as I said, you chose to have food freedom with those home fries. Do not allow anyone to make you feel otherwise
I
because
got, go ahead.
in this community,
But I got
as
to
we've
tell you,
experienced, people will have opinions no matter what you do.
when we went home for a visit in June,
Yeah.
we go to this one diner, and he mentioned diners, and you mentioned desserts on it. They have these display cases that are massive, that are full of dessert.
Oh, wow.
And inevitably, they'll seat us right by these display cases. And I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
I mean, chocolate
Talk
cake,
about temptation, right?
you name it, is there. And I'm like, oh my
And
word.
you are a sweet lover, so that's a tricky one for
I
you.
don't
I
ever
was
get
the savory lover, but you're the sweet lover.
I don't ever get them. In fact, we go there because they have really good wings. And that's what I'll order every time we go in that diner. But these display cases, they're like, oh my word, they're just crazy. And then you go in the back of the room and there's another one
Oh,
full
wow.
of cakes and pies. And I'm like, come on, no wonder everybody's so unhealthy. It's craziness.
Oh, so here
Anyway,
Joyce
go
is
ahead.
giving us a little insight into the changing of the name. So she's thinking of changing it to Inspirational Carnivore. I like that. I like that name. I also like Fate to Victory as well, though. I have Fate to Victory for the business I am trying to start. Oh, okay. I mean, you can always create an email account. If you're going to decide to go with the Inspirational Carnivore, you can always do a dedicated email address for Inspirational Carnivore and then have something dedicated separate for Fate to Victory. Like that's, the way you could always do it as well. Because I had to, like, as I said, I exactly had to do that because I did have my YouTube link for my personal email address and I had to go in and create separate. So I totally get it. Oh, so Rick's doing OMAD today, one meal a day, 22.5 hours now, and still not hungry. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just amazing, when you really allow yourself to really be in tune with what your body is needing for that given day. The food is not important in that moment. We really just kind of consider it, having the food is just about sustainability and not to kind of feed any sort of cravings. And here, Cindy saw me on Keto Chow. So I'm more so thinking she was referring to the chat on Keto Chat, but I wasn't in their live chat either.
Just later on, it was 2KK's chat. That's all.
Oh. So Joe's saying, no, I will wait for later to eat. I've been fasting 45 hours. Congratulations. I will start with eggs and then later have a sirloin I have in the fridge.
That
Ooh,
Joe,
that's yummy.
I am starting this week. Actually, starting tomorrow, I am fasting for 60 hours once a week. And on our live last Friday with Hope and Andy, this past Friday, Andy decided to do it with me this week. So if you guys didn't see that or see my pop up live the other day with Andy on it,
Mm.
yes. But that's my plans for September. Shauna talked about hers. Every other day, I'm going to eat normally, except no chalk zero, and I haven't had any. And 2 days every week, I'm going to fast 2 days back to back. So, yes.
I'm excited for you and I'm excited to hear, post all of it, how you feel, what you think.
Mhm.
Kind of just, once you
I feel
update us
great when I
all.
do those extended fasts. I really do.
Yeah, it really can be. If someone is taking fasting in the right approach, the right mindset, it truly can feel amazing and it gives you this euphoric type of feeling that you just want more of it because you're just feeling so just great.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Rick. Rick is going to give Joyce a visit to sub as well as Carb Addict, which is Lana. So here we have, yes, Lana rhymes with Donna. Perfect. Thank you so much. That way we could just kind of try to make sure to pronounce it correctly. Yes. So as Cindy had mentioned, oh, my mistake. It was 2KK. Two queens go
Hey, Robin.
keto. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you so much for being here, Robin. Hey, friends, first time catching a live. Thank you so much. We appreciate that you are stopping by in. Hope you had a great weekend. If you had something exciting going on, definitely share it with us. Cindy, I was able to resist Chalk Zero sale. So you didn't partake in their sale either then, did you, Cindy? Nope.
Did not. I passed it up too.
All
Before.
right, so you resisted as well. I have an appointment and have to run. So great to meet everyone. Yes, Lana, thank you so much for being here. We're so happy that we can show you some love and support in the form
Yes. Have
of
a
some
great day.
subs. Rick, Inspirational Carnivore is a good name. I like it too. I really like that name as well.
That's good if you intend to stay carnivore ongoing. When I had contemplated changing from my name, and I posed a
Mm,
question to Steve from Serious Keto, and he answered me. He said, "Don't back yourself into a corner like
right.
I did," is what he said. And you know, make sure you have a. There were a couple other suggestions, but it's like if you put yourself there and then you choose, like he's serious keto, he's got to be serious keto, and people are going to
Oh
expect
yeah.
that forever. So I would say, Joyce, if you intend to stay carnivore
Yes.
forever, I mean, you can change it again, obviously, but yeah, that would be my thing, and that's why I decided just keep it my name. It's easy, it's simple, it's
Right.
like I can do whatever I want with my channel, whether it's about the food or about the way of eating, or if it's about trips I take or whatever. It's whatever I want it to be. So there's that. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's why I decided for mine to go with keto because one day, I hope to be able to heal and get to the point of ketovore and very minimal ketovore is what I'm going to plan on doing because I still want to be able to keep more so with the primary focus on the meats. But definitely, I would be partaking come that point in time of my journey with things that are not carnivore. So that's the whole reason why I did not go with just limiting myself to carnivore in my name.
Right. Well, keto,
So
I mean, carnivore is a form of keto. So it's
some don't see it that way, which is what makes things,
everybody.
yes, which makes things kind of sticky in the community because my mindset is everyone is on the proper human diet because every single way of eating, whether it be keto, ketovore, carnivore, we are all very much getting the same results as long as what we chose is working for our body. Like that is the bottom line of it. It is unfortunate that some would have the mentality that they have. I can't change that. It's kind of like it is what it is, but kind
You know
of
what I should do?
what?
We should all do this. We should
What's
all
that?
put PhD at the end of our names.
Oh, goodness. Then you're going to start a whole other mess, Cindy, because then they're
Then
going to be
you
like, oh, what are they trying to say? They're PhDs.
like
Joe
the
is so
Cindy demands
congrats
PhD at the end.
for your fasting. 60 hours is what she's wanting to shoot for someday. Yeah, I've done all kind of different fastings because of course when I was 4 years keto, I dabbled in everything. I dabbled in one meal a day, I dabbled in alternate day fasting, which is ADF. I've done like rolling 24-hour fast, 23 hours, 48 hours. Like I
Technically,
literally,
if you do OMAD, that's a 24-hour fast.
yes, it's
23 and 24.
basically, yeah, but I dedicated like 24 hours for that OMAD. Some people they'll just OMAD, whenever they get that like hunger cue. But for me, I dedicated like that 24 or 23 hours. I alternated between the two, but there was times I've even done like 7-day fast before. Like I've done like 3 rounds of 7-day fast before. I'm telling you, like probably like you name it, and I've done it in that 4 years of keto
But
that I did.
the most I've done for a fast is 72 hours.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was this time it's going to be a little different because I still incorporated my Diet Pepsi then.
Mm,
I
yes.
This time it's going to be a water fast every week
Okay.
for the 60 hours. So starting today after our dinner
Mm-hmm.
later until Thursday at our first meal, which is about 1 or 2.
Okay. That sounds good. Sounds like a great plan. I'm excited to hear what you say post your transitioning of all of this. We have My Weight Loss Life, which is Greg. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing?
He said,
Thank you
Greg,
so much for being here. Yes.
I got to write these down because I don't know them.
Some of them because I see them often in a lot of other chats, so I can kind of, always have that repetition of knowing and saying their name in the chats.
I have
But
a
we are
when
doing
it comes
great.
to names.
We hope you've had a wonderful weekend. If you've done anything exciting, definitely let us know. I think it was Cindy in another chat that said hunger pangs go away after 24 or 48 hours. It is true. Yes, Cindy did mention that on our live with Mission Keto on Friday. It is true. I've gone several days without eating and had to eat something just because. Yes, especially like if we're still in the process of fat burning, our body definitely has, and we're not healthcare professionals. I'm going to definitely, put that out there. We are not healthcare professionals, but
I'm not a PhD.
yes, we're doing PhD, but we're not PhDs. But your body definitely has enough fat that it can definitely sustain keeping afloat. So yeah, most definitely, and those hunger pangs definitely go away because your body has enough in reserve. And we can definitely go without the eating when we still have fat to burn. No, absolutely.
Yeah, and when you want to intentionally fast, if you get to where you feel like you're so hungry you can't do it, just throw some salt under your tongue and it will take that away.
Right. Yes. No,
It's
absolutely.
amazing how it works. But yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely a really good trick that Just hearing someone give it as a tip and trying it out, you will definitely be surprised. Just learning how to use a smoker. Oh, okay. So did you just purchase a smoker? Had a prime rib roast in the freezer. Got it in the smoker now. Ooh,
All right,
that
Robin,
is
when's it going to be done? You're only about an hour
right.
from me.
Oh gosh, Cindy's about to get in her car and head on over to your house. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is like one of my top favorites. The prime rib roast. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for all the holiday sales again so I can start scoring some more of those prime rib roast.
You
Especially
got
now
some
that I have my
extra pile.
job and that extra income coming in, that we can definitely get plenty to stock us up. What
Honey,
were you
you
saying,
just got a
Cindy?
good price on those ribeyes. You should be.
Yes. The $5.99 ribeyes. I have that in my grocery haul. We got that at Winn-Dixie. I am so happy, feeling so fortunate that we were able to score them. We literally went to one store Saturday morning as soon as they opened at 6 a.m. and we were kind of getting the runaround from that store. So we had to drive like 20-ish minutes away to another city to go to another Winn-Dixie. And I'm so happy we decided to go to the other store location because we definitely scored big time. We got 24 steaks in total at $5.99 a pound. So super, super happy with that. Jason's saying that he's also thinking of just a little bit of a channel name because he's thinking of adding in more to the Just Jason Keto. Try it out. The good thing about YouTube is you can edit your channel name, and that would be a small enough edit that you can add it on, test the waters for, a little bit, even if you want to give it like about 60 days, see how it does. If you're noticing that you're able to get more support and attention, roll with it after that. But I say test it out, just like anything else we do, like our N equals one experiment on, we can definitely have that mindset for a lot of other things. I can only do carnivore. My body doesn't like vegetables. I have major stomach problems when I do. Yes, that is what I'm suspecting started irritating me around the 3-year mark of my 4-year keto journey was one of the vegetables because I've incorporated some seasonings with carnivore, incorporated cheese. I don't have any hindrances or irritations with those reintroductions so far. I still incorporate chicken, seafood, no problems yet. So the only other thing that I was really incorporating, because I was more so ketovore by that like 3, 4 year mark of keto, and I'm suspecting it was one of the veggies. So I'm all with you on that. So yeah, I'm very much going to keep carnivore even once I start incorporating whatever I'm gonna go in with. I'm not trying to incorporate anything major. Like I'm thinking possibly trying out avocado. Cause say for example, say if like we go to like a Mexican restaurant or somewhere like Tex-Mex, and with the Tex-Mex, if I'm able to have, like a steak there, I can just have a little sour cream and like a little fresh, guacamole, and not have to really, worry about it kind of thing. But it's going to be very minimal incorporations. True on cravings, Rick. The first 24 hours are the worst. Then I am good to go. I only planned on a 36-hour fast and kept going. Now I'm ready to eat at 44 hours. And that is amazing, Joe, because that is truly like the mindset someone should have with intermittent fasting. I did get to a point in my journey where I was very obsessive with fasting. And I did not allow myself to do it naturally the way you're describing, because we should truly be listening to our body. We should truly be doing this from a very natural perspective on just kind of being in tune with what our body is needing. So here, Greg sharing, I chose my weight loss life because I have lost weight a bunch of different ways. Yes, and I like it because it is a good channel name as far as my weight loss life, and it doesn't restrict you as well. So absolutely, I really like it. And more is perfect, Jason. I absolutely agree because it's just a little bit of an addition to your name that you can kind of test it out. Oh, so Lana is back with us. Her appointment just got canceled. Well, I'm sorry that it got canceled, but I'm also happy that you are back with us.
Yes.
Keto to me is just a spectrum of eating. It goes from low carb to the lion diet. We all eat the way that is best for us. Absolutely, Joe.
That's what's supposed to happen anyway.
Exactly. Yes. And here Jason saying, yes, Joe, we are all different. And if we try to do things like others, it won't work. That is so very true. That is so very true because we can have similar ailments that we dealt with. So, like, for example, I could have had back pain. Cindy could have had back pain. But guess what? It could take carnivore for it to heal with me, and it could take keto for it to heal with her. Our body is going to be different. It is what it is. We are all unique in our own right. What is going to heal me is not what is going to heal Cindy. And let's think about the mentality of when doctors were giving us medication. It was very much a one size fits all, but guess what? Not everyone can take the same medication because of side effects, allergies. There's so much that comes into just perspective, even when it comes to something like that. These medications were said to heal us. Well, that's very much the same like when it comes to the food we have to choose now. We have to do what is best for us and best for our body because absolutely, as Jason said, we are all different, period. Lana, yes, thanks. I'm happy to be back. So Rick's saying that my permit goal is to eat healthy food, not incorporate food full of chemicals. Yes, and that is an amazing mindset to have. Only thing I didn't like about extended fasting is not being able to sleep. Sleep is more important than fasting to me. That is very common. So I hear a lot of people say, when they fast. For me, I always slept like a baby with fasting, but as we're mentioning, everyone is different. Some experience insomnia because they just an overload of energy with the fasting, and you're also feeling very euphoric that the mind, it just cannot shut down. So I see many having to go in with supplements to be able to accomplish sleep. Again, we are not healthcare professionals, but a lot of the fasting groups, they mention having to go in with like melatonin or magnesium to try to kind of accomplish, that insomnia that they're experiencing. And I hear mixed feedback.
What?
What were you saying, Cindy?
I've always had bouts of insomnia to where the
Okay.
doctor put me on meds, prescription meds, because I couldn't sleep. I'd be falling asleep at work.
Okay.
And I took myself off of those, but I do take melatonin because I can't. I have a really hard time sleeping most of
Right.
the time. But
And it
once
works
I'm
for
asleep,
you?
I'm pretty good. Oh
Melatonin?
yeah,
It
I
works for
take
you,
10
okay.
milligrams of melatonin a night, and I sleep most of the time it works. I'll just put it that way. If I wake up,
Mm.
my husband snores like a banshee, and it's like it'll keep me awake.
Brian, we are putting it out there.
I know he just is. He's something. But yeah, it's just me. I mean, if I'm awake, it,
Yeah.
little things will bother me and keep me awake.
Yeah,
So
and I hear mixed reviews, and that's kind of getting back to we are all different. Some say the melatonin works, others say it doesn't. Some say the magnesium works, others say they don't notice a difference. Like it
I'll see
helps with
what it
like aches and
does.
pains.
What it does for me is the melatonin. I do take magnesium at night also, and that's mainly
Mm,
for the electrolytes, not for sleeping. But the melatonin,
okay.
it helps me get drowsy enough to go to sleep. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not a formula that's going to keep you asleep.
Right, yes.
So, it's like if you wake up and you really
Right.
have issues, you're not going to go back to sleep so easily.
No, exactly. It's one of those catch-22 situations. Wow. Here we have Lana saying, I have loved so much learning how to cook good meat. I'm finally able to do it. Before meat was
Wasn't
my thing. Oh, okay. And that's the thing. Like, I've noticed even some that are now, meat heavy, they are now kind of finding like the bravery to cook cuts of meat they never ever ate before or cook before. And it's a whole other part of this journey because we're basically stepping out of our comfort zone. A lot of us, we found the standard American diet to be comforting. Now we are leaning towards a different type of comfort. So I think that's great that you are learning how to cook good meat. That is just a whole nother non-skill victory right there. Oh, Cindy, look. Cindy, if you leave now, you will be here in time. LOL. Got smoker for Christmas last year. Such a busy summer with two grandbabies born. Oh, congratulations. So
Yeah,
I'm just
one
now
was in
getting to
Florida.
it. That is so exciting because I can only imagine just the one grandbaby, but two, wow, double the love. Wow, that's amazing.
One was the beginning of July. She was in Florida. And
Oh, wow.
so the baby was born. And then about a week or so later, if I'm not mistaken, right, Robin? Up here, up this way.
So Greg's saying I smoked a pork butt on Saturday and we are still eating on it. That is truly what it's all about. I love cooking like we did. Yesterday I did picanha, which is the tri-tip. And I simply just cut it down because, of course, it has that big fat cap underneath the actual picanha roast. And I just cut it into like thin slices. That way, each piece had that nice fat cap on the edge. And I just quickly, did it in like a hot skillet really quick for dinner. But I cut up two big roast of it, and we're definitely going to be eating on the big portion I cooked yesterday. And that's what I love because when you kind of just go in with that simplicity of cooking that big portion, whether it's like a pork butt, a roast, it just makes it only that much more simplicity. So I love that.
You know what I did last time I bought a pork butt? Well,
What?
we actually got two of them because Kroger's had them buy one, get one free.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
I cut off the back end where there's no bone and
Yeah.
I ground up that meat and I made pork patties out of it. I
Oh,
mixed
that's
some spice
clever.
seeds and
Yeah,
some garlic
wow.
and onion powders. Pattied it up, put them in the freezer. Those are
That's
good.
really clever. Yeah,
Those taste so
because when you did it like that, it was, almost like meal prep, but
good.
then also with that meal prep, you allowed for like future simplicity as well. So I like that. That's a great idea. So
They
here,
were good.
Joe is sharing with Jason. Fasting is something that I had to work up to. I don't really like fasting more than 24 hours, but I needed to do a reset of my mitochondria and clear out some bad cells. And that's a really good game plan because, you went in with the proper like intention for really utilizing the fasting, not from like an obsession standpoint or just wanting to do it because others are fasting. You did it for a personal reason. Rick, thank you so much for being here. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes.
So here Alana's sharing me too. So she's telling Joyce she had back stomach ache if I venture off. That keeps me on the straight and narrow. I can eat avocado from time to time. That is what kind of keeps me on plan as well. So because I had hindrances, I definitely keep on plan. It doesn't make me go off plan at all because I'm scared. I'm going to be transparent and fully honest. I would be scared to go off plan and to experiment with anything as of yet because I'm just in fear of getting as sick as I was. And I've kind of got to the point where I'm sick of being sick and tired. Like, I don't want to, at this point, because I'm still in healing mindset and healing mode with my body, I definitely want to make sure I get to a kind of like a standstill point of when I start incorporating a little bit of something to experiment. And that's going to be kind of just like a one day thing, one experience thing. Just because I'm going to experiment with it doesn't mean it's going to be something I'm going to consistently keep incorporating. So my timeline for that possibly would be my birthday, December 9th. I'm going to try to incorporate something. It's going to be something keto though. So I'm thinking possibly if we go to, I want to go to a Brazilian steakhouse. I also told Cindy I want to go to a Brazilian steakhouse for my birthday, and I might incorporate possibly berries. Because one of the steakhouses, they have a salad bar and they have fruits, cheeses, a bunch of veggies. So I think my best bet would be to try like some berries, which is very much keto, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I'm not going to stress it. That's kind of, something that I'm tossing around as an idea right now. Here we have the carnivore trucker. This is Sean. If no one is familiar with Sean, he has a channel as well. Go ahead and show him some love and support in the form of a sub. Here we have
Write
B
his
Dog.
name
Hey,
down.
just got off
Sean.
Intentional Carnivore Live. Yes, we can kind of get into our discussion with this comment right here because I did not know Sean. That is the other Sean in the carnivore community. So here we have Sean, the carnivore trucker, but then Sean is also intentional carnivore. I did not realize he had a live at 2. And it's so funny because Cindy and I, we were waiting backstage before I click go live. I was actually working on uploading my grocery haul. And right in the middle of being backstage, I told Cindy, oh my goodness, I said, Sean is going to be going live at 2 as well. So it was definitely not anything that we had as like an intention to overlap with anybody and kind of getting into that discussion. Let's kind of just discuss about possible future plans. So Cindy and I, we do this for fun. As some of you know, I planned originally that I was going to do solo lives on Friday. They were still going to be the same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I actually had the first live fully set up with the intention I was going to do it on my own. But after some discussion with Cindy, and also because she also wanted to do lives as well. So one thing led to another, and here we are doing lives collaborated together. We did more additional discussion, and we wanted to kind of up things up with the fun. So we decided to also incorporate guests. So we have, a great plan ahead for this month of September because all of our guests are confirmed, everything's set in stone for September. I have to remind myself because, as you all know, I definitely went through a lot of mental health healing with depression, anxiety, and that can almost give you a feeling where you don't let anything phase you. And in the moment, you don't, realize um, the intention others have, whether it is good or bad. So I think I really kind of have to be mindful in this space because not everybody is going to feel the same way that Cindy and I feel. I want everyone to know our mindset is to have fun with this. That is first and foremost, is for us to have fun. We do have some of the lives that do end up going over the 1 hour mark. So typically, when a channel goes live, their intention is to only go for 1 hour. I do not have any pre plan. Cindy does not have any pre notion of us going longer than an hour. That is something her and I have always discussed. Cindy, I hope you don't mind me sharing, but Cindy is retired. I'm not retired.
I'm old.
um, I wasn't going there with it. Um, but we both were at different points in our life. that doesn't mean that we cannot do lives together just because we're at different point in our lives.
That's because
We're
she's
in
young enough
different
to be my daughter.
we're in different journeys as well. So I'm carnivore, she's keto. It does not mean that her and I cannot collab together. We very much can collab together because we are prop and human diet, period. But I just want everyone to know our intention is not to create drama in this space. We are trying to keep consistent with keeping this fun. I'm not going to get too much into it because it's unnecessary drama, but it's drama that also happens. So I just want to address it. I want to be able to move on from it because, as I'm telling you all, I am someone that healed with my mental health. I do not need to have any unnecessary negative vibes throw off my mental health journey.
Now, that's the
Um,
one thing we said from the beginning. The
yes,
very first live was that there's no room in here for negativity.
absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
I don't need it in my life. And I know some
No,
seriously doesn't.
I
But
definitely do not.
there are those people
Right,
that feel that we're stepping on toes at times. And like, away from the impromptu lives with our Friday night live, like Sana said, we don't intentionally go over an hour, but are we
right.
going to cut somebody off in the middle of having questions answered? No, not going to do
No,
it.
it's very difficult
It's
because
not
we have
fair to
guests.
our guests
No. And
and
we've
all
had guests
that.
so far. So, like the two guests we had, they don't do dedicated lives. I know when it came to Wendy and Harry, when it came to Loving It on Keto, they've never done a live before. So that was completely brand new. Andy and Hope, they've done impromptu lives before, but have they done weekly dedicated? No, but they're considering it. Wendy and Harry, Love It on Keto, they also said they are also considering doing weekly lives. So that makes us feel so good because kind of giving those channels a taste of what a weekly live consists of with connecting with the community, it is huge that we were able to kind of get them interested in doing their own lives because we want to be able to see this community grow. And other channels incorporating lives just allows the community to have more growth and just anyone that's popping on YouTube, if they see a particular channel is going live, it makes them wonder, I wonder what this channel is all about. So it allows the proper human diet community to grow only that much more when other channels go live. For me, I always see it as a perspective of the subscribers. I am always going to care about the subscribers. So, do I care about other channels? Absolutely. Every time I go live, every time Cindy goes live with me, I try to promote, support, name drop every single channel that is out there. Um, a lot of you see me in other chats because I support a lot of other channels in their live chat. Even I was going through brain injury. I did not know I had white matter on the left side of my brain, caused me vertigo, caused me ringing in my left ear. You best believe I was still going to lives on other channels in their chat, sometimes being on chats for 3 to 4 hours. Because if that's as long as this channel went live, I was on their chat, supporting them the whole time, literally in a way, killing myself because I should not have been glued to an electronic. I should have not been wearing a headset. I should not have been wearing an earbud as I was going through, ringing in my left ear and going through vertigo. But best believe I was there for other channels because that is who I am. That is the type of person I am. I am not going to allow YouTube to change who I am. I'm going to tell you all, I was very irritated. I was a little bit upset because there was some drama that started. And my husband was concerned. My husband was very concerned. I discussed it with my husband first. And he flat out told me, I don't want you to change who you are because you have a YouTube channel. He said, that is number one. He said that you know who you are. You don't ever have problems with anybody. But he said, I'm starting to feel like behind the scenes, you're having problems with other channels because a particular channel is having problem with other channels. I don't want to be that type of person. And I'm not going to discuss it with each individual channel, but I apologize to anyone that I was involved in discussions or that I had like a shared opinion because this other channel did. I apologize because it is not the person that I am. And after discussing with my husband, I talked about it with Cindy because it was only fair because I'm doing this collaboration with her that I had to discuss it with her. And I was very transparent with Cindy. I put it all out there of what happened, what went down. I did not leave anything out to her. I wholeheartedly shared it all with her because it was very important that even though I'm not sharing things with each individual channel of possible discussion that might have happened, I shared it with Cindy because I'm collaborating with Cindy. Cindy is my partner on this. So it was very important for me to be transparent and honest with her as far as everything that was discussed. And it was basically, it is what it is at that point. I told Cindy, I very much felt like I wanted to not only quit doing the lives with her for the month of October, starting in October, I also felt like I wanted to just throw in everything with my own channel. Because I was at a point of, I was just fed up. I was fed up because, in all honesty, I love my YouTube channel. I love it for the accountability it gives me. I love that I'm able to motivate, that I'm able to inspire others. I love that everyone is connecting with me and sharing their journey as well. I love that some of us have a lot of similarities of what we experience on our own journey, and we're able to have that sort of connection with each other. I love this community. Nothing about that will ever change. Whether I have a YouTube channel or whether I don't, nothing about that will ever change because I was very much a YouTube viewer during my 4 years keto. I did not need to have a YouTube channel at that time. I supported a lot of channels out there prior to even having a channel. It's not something I need. It is something I'm wanting because it brings me happiness. It brings me joy. But I do not need it, especially if it's going to cause drama with another channel. If it's going to cause drama with the subscribers, it was something that I just wanted to just quit. I flat out spoke to Cindy about it, wanted to see how she felt about it. My husband was also concerned because I just found out about my brain in May. I had no clue that was going on. We don't even know how long that was going on for. Like that could have been going on for like 2, 3 years, for like all I know, for all the doctors know. They can't even put a timestamp on it. They're suspecting it had to do with the depression and the anxiety I went through because it was very serious clinical depression. I was suicidal. It was very serious. It was something that was very hazardous, very detrimental to my body, to my heart. So their feelings is that my heart was affected. Ultimately, my heart affected my brain, is what they are thinking. That is why I have the white matter on the left side of my brain. Having a brain injury, you don't need unnecessary drama. Like, I definitely don't need the unnecessary drama. Cindy was upset. And, Cindy, you can share. Like, how did you feel when I had told you that I discussed with my husband everything? I discussed whatever drama was going on and my feelings of possibly come the month of October that I was going to basically call it quits when it came to YouTube and when it came to our lives. Maybe you can share uh, your insight.
Well, the first thing, yeah, as you go through those, because you'll see some interesting comments there. The first thing, obviously, I thought of is what did I do to upset her? Because I'm thinking, hey, what did I do? Because we were having a ball, and we are. It is so much fun. And that's why we stated at the beginning we wanted to keep it light, keep it fun, have guests on, let people come on, ask their questions of these guests or of us, and just have a good time with it. So that was really confusing to me because I'm like, all right, what did I do?
Yeah.
Am I holding her back from something? That was my
And that
first.
was hurtful to me. That was hurtful for me. And I got emotional and I cried because when Cindy had asked me what she did, that hurt me because Cindy didn't do anything. And her and I, we have a different mentality about YouTube. And that's okay. It's okay for her to have a different mentality. For me, I don't really care about my sub number. That has always been my mindset. Cindy has a goal when it comes to her subscriber. She wants to have that growth of her channel, and she is entitled to that. Both her and I, we have a different mindset, and that is okay. We have a different mindset with our journey. Carnivore works for me, keto works for her. She, incorporates some carnivore dedicated time here and there. That is her choice. But just like Jason's saying, it's almost impossible not to overlap with other channels. And that was my whole point. And it's very difficult for me because I do not overlap. Cindy does not overlap because we're doing anything in a malice way. We're not, for us, as I said, this is something that is fun. We're not doing this with any bad intention. So for someone to come at me in the way that I was called like a user, that I was trying to use somebody. My content is not used anybody. I have not used anybody with my content. Cindy is the same way. She has come up with her own content. We've never used anyone. For a little bit there, did we have somebody that promoted our lives? Yes. But that was something that was offered. I did not ask. It was something that was offered, and I appreciated it. I still appreciate it. But for me, I'm not trying to be a victim. Cindy is not trying to be a victim. This is just to put it out there to the community because there was some discussion that there were subscribers that had some feelings, some negative feelings. And I'm the type of person, I like to put things out there. Let's bring things to light. Let's squash it. Let's get over it. Because these are not things I want to linger. Only because it really upset me. It really upset Cindy as well. And I don't feel on our better health journey that we should have any nonsense like this going on because we are on very much a better health journey. And that is for all aspects of our health, our mental health, our emotional health, our health in general. Um, so I don't need to be having any unnecessary drama. I don't care if anyone feels like um, we're kind of coming at this as playing the victim. No, no, I don't need to be the victim. I don't need the watch hours. I don't need to accomplish 1K subs. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. My whole thing with subscribers is I just want everybody to be on a better health journey. I want everyone to have awareness of the proper human diet. What excites me about my subscriber number growing is because I'm seeing that more are on a better health journey. More people are getting healed. That's what excites me about my subscriber number. I've never changed that about myself. And as I said, if it never happens, it never happens. It is what it is. But some in this space can get very ugly when it comes to their subscribers. Some can get very ugly when it comes to their watch hours. For a channel to not intentionally overlap, especially as Cindy said, when we have guests on, those guests, they have the intention that they don't have any plans after the live they have with us. So they're able to go on for longer than the hour. And if they're okay with it, I'm going to certainly be okay with it because they have more to share. It is very difficult when you have someone that is on a better health journey for them to condense their journey in just a 1 hour period of time, especially when you have people making questions in the chat, people making comments, because we're trying to highlight everybody. We're trying to highlight the guests. We're trying to highlight those in the chat. It is a lot to juggle, especially in a 1 hour period of time. But I am sorry if another channel feels like no one in the YouTube space can go live for a several hour period of time, anywhere from like 2 to 5 hours of when another channel goes live, I honestly think that is selfish. It's selfish because no other channel is going to adhere to having a 4 to 5 hour block of time in the YouTube community of when they can't go live. It's not going to happen. You have keto channels, you have carnivore channels, and you have ketovore channels. They are going to overlap. It's going to happen. A suggestion was made for me to make a spreadsheet because I'm apparently not being respectful that I need to create a spreadsheet of when other channels go live. I'm not going to make an additional job for myself. I just started working again after a year. I just started working July 24th. On top of that, I homeschool our two boys. I have health things I need to make sure I am keeping in progression of healing, as I'm saying. I don't need another job of keeping a spreadsheet because
That's right.
guess what? That spreadsheet's not going to work because there are going to be overlaps that are going to happen. It is impossible. Just as Jason's saying here, it's impossible to not overlap with another channel because guess what? As I'm live right now with Cindy, there is another channel out there I don't even know about that is live right now that I'm overlapping with. It's just not going to happen. Can we try to respect other channels? Yes. And that is what we try to do. Cindy and I have always discussed, let's try to keep this an hour because we don't want any ugliness. Let's try to keep this to 1 hour.
All right, now we need to get through some of these comments because there are some good ones here. B Dog, yes, Neely is going to be here Friday.
Yes, this coming Friday, Cindy's going to be hosting, so that's going to be super, super exciting. I cannot wait to speak with her. You ladies have a great lineup for lives for the whole month. I hope to be there for all of them. Thank you so much. And
Thank
Lynn,
you,
you are just amazing because Lynn definitely, she is a big time multitasker when she supports everyone on their lives because I definitely see you in all the lives at the same time, even. Probably the rice, yeah. There are a lot of channels who have lives at various times. Sana, you have to stick your finger in the concrete and choose a time. If you are there, we will be there. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Joe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Joe, for that. And that's the thing. We want to discuss this not to keep the drama fresh because I am very much over this. I really told Cindy, I did not want to talk about it. I did not. I was just ready to put it behind me, but it is very much the need to bring it to light, get it done and over with, because I definitely wanted to have the control of the situation to give my own perspective of it. Um, but that is very much what we're thinking. I'm thinking because, if we're talking about respect now, every channel, if that is the notion, to respect other channels is to keep our live for 1 hour. we are thinking of keeping it at 6:30 and trying to adhere with the 1 hour. So simply starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and only going until 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or we're thinking of changing the time and possibly starting later on. So kind of everyone kind of give your kind of input about that if you would like to see us go on later on. So the new time we kind of tossed around the idea is possibly 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That also kind of puts a little bit of a wrench in things because some carnivore channels collaborate together on a joint live and they go on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's kind of tricky because we are going to have a little bit of overlapping with them as well. So this is kind of getting back to the notion of what we've said behind the scenes, as well as what Jason said in the chat. It is almost impossible not to overlap. But if I can avoid overlapping with drama, I rather do that. Because I know if I overlap a little bit with those carnivore channels, I know they're not going to come at me with a drama. They're going to see it kind of from a perspective of it is what it is. And they have enough support on their end that they're not going to feel intimidated by us.
My personal feeling, no matter what we decide, it's going to overlap somebody,
That's
somehow,
just
some
it.
way. And, my feeling is, obviously we'll talk about it more, but to leave it as it is because people are
Exactly.
just getting used to us because we're still new
Right.
and they're joining us. And why push that aside? That's
That's the thing. And that's why, it was so hurtful for me because this is new to Cindy and I. It's completely new. As far as going lives is new. Doing it with StreamYard. StreamYard is also new. And that's very much the reason being why we decided to take turns with hosting. That way we can keep consistent with getting used to StreamYard. So there was a lot, that Cindy and I discussed behind the scenes to kind of make this good for the both of us. This is something we are collaborating. It is a partnership. We need to make sure both ends of this that we are comfortable doing it. And thank you, Joyce, for your support. Amen. I am the same way. And that's just it. We have to make sure that are incorporating what makes us feel our best, just like we're doing with the food, just like we're doing with physical activity. All these components are allowing us to feel our best. I want to make sure that if I am remaining on YouTube, it is going to have me continuously feeling my best. Um, I shared with you all numerous times. I've shared it, a couple of times even on this live. Being someone that a year ago, I did not consider my life had any worth. I did not consider that my life had any value. That is why I was suicidal. That is why I let the inner demons get to me when I had the mental health, when I had the depression, when I had the anxiety. So I shared with Cindy. I told her, I cannot do this if it is going to create drama. I don't want my life going forward to be tangled into drama. I have a family that I know that I now appreciate that they are my priority. I would not give up my life to ever hurt them. These were things I was not able to have a mental perspective about. Now that I'm able to, I am not going to let any negativity in my life now. My family is my priority. That is the way it's always going to be. And that's the way everybody should consider their family is their priority. It's going to always take precedence over YouTube any day. We actually just had a guest that told us that they have to make sure they get off exactly after 1 hour because they have a family event. We respect that because you should be putting family as a priority. Family should always be first.
Well, that's why I think our time slot right now is good because that gives you all weekend with your family. I
Yeah,
just have my husband and we don't do
right,
anything. So I could pop in any weekend or whatever. However,
right.
you, Sana, have a busy life. You have your work, you have your schooling. Friday nights, the kids are out of school. It's just the beginning of your weekend. You've got the whole weekend with your husband.
And
So,
that's just it.
and that's
You
it. So
exactly
why do
said
we want
what
to
my
change?
mindset was.
Right. And why do we want to change that? Because of something some people said and give them the satisfaction that they win because they decided to complain.
And
And
that's just it. It's like the approach that was taken. Because I try to connect with everyone in the community on everything. I call everyone my friends.
right.
Uh,
And she does. She barely knew me, and all her comments to me, my friend, my friend, my friend.
because for me, I truly feel like we are all very much friends. Like, I don't feel like, we're anything other than friends because who else gets what it is to be on this journey but another one going on this journey?
Mhm.
And I think that is what you consider a friend, someone that is able to share in common interests like you, someone that is able to basically just share, period. It's a beautiful thing when you can find that commonality with somebody. And I really truly feel like that does build friendship. So that's why I call everyone my friend. So it was very hurtful to me because, you feel like you're truly building a friendship, and to kind of have someone come at you with that approach, I was ready to quit it all. I'm going to tell you all, I was truly ready to quit it all. Because as Cindy mentioned, she exactly got my mindset. I decided on Fridays because I did not want to interfere Monday through Thursday too much with my personal schedule. All of the other stuff is priority. My family's priority, my full-time job is priority, because that's definitely making things a lot more comfortable now that we're having two incomes again. Especially for our boys. It makes their lives very comfortable because I'm now able to spend money on them for their actual needs. We're not talking about wants. I'm not talking about like toys and candy. No, for their actual needs. For them to consistently get haircuts when they should be getting haircuts. For them to get clothes in a timely manner when they grow out of clothes. These are things that are needs. So that is why I settled on Friday evenings, because I felt like it was something I could have to myself Friday evening. I'm wrapping up the week of committed to my family, committed to my job, committed to homeschooling. Just like Cindy said, it was a nice top off for the end of the week. And I can go into my weekend relaxed and focused on what my priorities are in my life. But Lana sharing right here that I'm so with you. I don't need it either, not here and not with family. I just quietly leave and find something else to do. And that's the way I felt. I felt like I was going to leave and just go on, with this regained appreciation I now have for my life that I did not have before. I would have been happy. Like, honestly, my cup would have considered to be full and overflowing because I would have been happy leaving YouTube. Because for me, even though I love it, and I would have points in time, I would absolutely miss it. Because I would miss that different connection that I have with you all. Absolutely. But then again, not to the point where it has to compromise my well being. So Lynn here is you don't want to turn into Shell and Heath on their marathon Friday Night Lives. The time always goes so fast, no matter how long or short. Um, we just want to be ourselves.
That's
Bottom line, We want to be ourselves. We don't want to mimic anyone. We don't want it to come from a perspective that we're using anyone before. If we're going to go before a certain channel or if our time slot's going to go after a certain channel. No, like this is about us. No one was involved in our behind the scenes chat except Cindy and myself. So it's going to be very much the two of us. I was just sharing, so I'm not sure what you all are talking about. Everybody in the he put carnival here, but he did mean carnivore community so far has been awesome. Yes, prior to this incident, I have had nothing but wonderful interactions. So, this was something that was isolated and something that was very unfortunate, something that was very unnecessary. It's just simply something we just had to address, kind of see how everyone else felt, only because there was mention that others in the community felt the same way, which I did not think. Cindy also mentioned she also did not think anyone had anything bad to say. So this was simply kind of to discuss it with you all because, if anyone felt poorly of us, because possibly any overlapping was going on, it's for you all to know our mindset and for you all to kind of know where our heart is at. It is not anything that is done intentional or it is not done for malice. It definitely is not. I am having fun with this. Um, it was also commented that here I am just having fun, overlapping somebody and having fun. I'm going to have fun in these interviews. I'm going to have fun in these lives. Am I supposed to be depressed again? Am I supposed to have anxiety because, oops, we overlapped unintentionally? No, I am not going to do that to myself. If it is something that's naturally happening, I can't help it in the moment. I can't. We have guests on. These guests, a lot of times, as I said, they have a lot of stuff to say if it's their first live, especially. We are just naturally going with the flow of the conversation. I cannot help it. So I just really wanted to kind of just put it out there. Um, oh, and here. I thought I said something bad. Thanks. No, no. This is not to point fingers at anybody at all. This was just something mentioned that possibly that people had feelings about us overlapping with other channels with our live. So this is not a point finger at one set person. We just wanted to address it because we did not want anyone to have any incorrect feelings about when we go overlapped on our lives. The carnivore trucker. So this is to Sean. I'm looking for people to interview about carb cravings and how they deal with it. I love to interview you. That would be really great. I know Sean, the carnivore trucker, he is also trying to get really comfortable with going live as well. So, no, absolutely. That would be great collaboration. I routinely have 3 or 4 live streams running at once. Just stay consistent with your time and day. We will be there. Thank you so much. And that is what we are going to try. But as I said, it is sometimes difficult because we have guests that are very excited. And a lot of times we have to kind of respect them and go with the flow of how long they're wanting to go with their timing. So we are trying to be very consistent because my feelings has always been about the subscribers and trying not to cause division in the community. We are trying to unite this community. We are trying to grow this community. We are not trying to divide it. Um, and that was basically what my mentioning was I feel bad for the subscribers. But certain channels are very much caring about the channel perspective and not the subscribers. I can't control that. Everybody's entitled to their mindset of how they feel. But we are going to try our best, Jason. And thank you so much, that you have the support going for the channels at the same time, running them at once. I've been watching a lot today for support also to other channels. Yes, no, thank you so much for supporting everybody in the community. And it is truly, truly huge when we have to kind of just multitask between other channels, playing basically other channels in other tabs. It can definitely become like another like little job, even being a viewer, because I did it myself. At the same time I was watching one channel, best believe I had tabs open for others, and they were not muted tabs. I had to listen in because I wanted to be actively listening to each individual live. There's times I listened to one channel on my laptop and had another channel going on my cell phone. I had a headset on one ear, I had my earbud in the other. So, yes, I've very much been there as well. So Joe's saying here, LOL, Sean, he do have long Friday night feast, but when it is time for bed, I am out. Yes, I also try to kind of keep to a routine with my bedtime because that is part of kind of like my game plan as well. When it comes to my healing, is I really try to dedicate that good sleep, as much as I can. Can I always say that I get like 8 hours? For the most part, yes, because I have been really focused on it. Could I say that previously before? No, because my priorities were not aligned, like you're mentioning. So, Joe, like I appreciate you for that because when it is bedtime, you are out. And that's what we should do. We should make ourselves a priority. And Jason, he's agreeing. Me too. I don't think I ever made it to the end. And that's just what it is. We all have to do what is best for us. So Joe's saying, I avoid drama with people who just want to make a big case out of every living thing. I got to where I quietly leave and do something else. I have the certain channels I always watch. And that's really what it's all about. It's just one of those things is you can't give in your energy to negativity. You cannot. Because you can be exerting that energy to so much goodness. I can be exerting that energy to creating good content. I can be exerting that energy towards my family time. I'm sure Cindy can do the same. Her and her husband, they can go out somewhere and exert that. We don't need wasted time, period. You do not need wasted time, especially when it comes to wasting that time on negativity. I'm the type of person, I can disconnect very quickly from people. I can. If I start to realize that you are negative, you bring drama, I can drop people very quickly. I never was like that before.
I'm
I
making
was never like that before. I am telling you right now, I was the type that I would try to give people second chances. I would forgive. Healing from mental health. No, no, because my mentality cannot take wasting energy and time. And I'm sorry because maybe, I should still keep that little bit of aspect of exercising forgiveness. I cannot. I cannot. My mentality is I can wish somebody well. I will always, no matter how you treated me, I will always want to see good things for you. I would always want to see you winning in life. Just don't come around me. It's that just that's the mentality I have to have. I will never wish ill on anyone. I don't want to be involved. Um, I just disconnect.
We actually have a question down the chat.
Please don't listen to haters. We are definitely going forward with that mentality to just not listen. This was more so about kind of just really addressing it. And Joyce is saying this community is growing. We will have more and more lives. Thank you, Lord, for replay. That's absolutely. what I said to Cindy. If someone is feeling offended by overlapping now, they better get used to it. They better get used to it because I see others in just watching a live, they're mentioning they're wanting to create a channel. These are just viewers right now in chat saying, I'm very excited and I feel inspired. And that is what should happen. We should be able to inspire and motivate everyone with all different aspects of this journey when it comes to the food, and trying to see what best works for them. But we should also feel like we're inspiring someone getting out their comfort zone and sharing their own journey. For them to have a visual accountability through a YouTube channel of their own, I'm all for it. And if that person that just goes and creates a YouTube channel, if they overlap with me and Cindy's live, I will not care. I will not feel offended. I would be happy for them. I would feel happy that they ventured out to have a YouTube channel, that they are doing a visual accountability, because there is always going to be something for everybody. I know a lot of you mentioned in this chat that you multitask with the other channels you watch. But even if you chose to dedicate your time to only one particular channel, that is your choice. We cannot force who watches who. We cannot force who does what with their personal time. It is your personal time. And that is why I always mention to you all, I appreciate you all for any given time that you watch us, especially on Friday nights, because you could be doing anything else with your Friday night. So the fact that you come and support us, I mention that very much in the same words. I mention that on our lives because you really truly could be doing anything else with your time. So even stopping in for even a minute just to pop in, just to drop a hello to us, that means something, right? Don't listen to haters. So Susie's saying subscribers can visit whichever live they feel drawn to. It's good to have a lot of opportunities to experience community and to learn from one another. I feel the same way. So I think it's just kind of selfish for anyone to feel like a subscriber needs to be dedicated to just one given channel and that there can't be any overlapping. It's not going to happen. Reality is there are channels out there we don't even know about that are currently overlapping. It's impossible. It's not going to happen.
Joe just popped up at the bottom. She's got to leave. So have a good day,
Oh, Joe,
Joe.
thank you
Thank
so
you for
much for
coming.
being here. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I
Sorry, I
watched a
didn't
lot
mean
of
to
your
interrupt.
videos last night, Cindy. I really enjoyed them.
Thank you.
I'm convinced there are people who aren't happy unless they're miserable and they want to take others to their dark side. And, that could be very much the case. Am I going to say that's the case with this? I don't know. I don't know. I like to consider it's a very much them problem. It's not a me problem. I can just kind of be accountable for myself. Cindy can only be accountable for herself. And then we can be a shared accountability because we are collaborating together and we're in this partnership together. So it's not about me, labeling or name calling anyone, in the sake of, saying anyone's being miserable. It's just unnecessary. Susie's saying, I totally agree that the drama is 100% unnecessary. I'm sorry to hear that it has happened. It's unfortunate. It's
Absolutely.
definitely unfortunate. And I'm going to get to like the catch up point here, but we will definitely move on from this because, like I said, I just wanted to have Cindy and I address it and to simply kind of just really like move on from this. Um, if I can help it, and I'm sure Cindy probably feels the same way as well, only because we have discussed behind the scenes about this. So I kind of know where her feelings are at. So I'm not trying to speak for her, but we don't want this to come up ever again.
No,
This topic, we do not want it to ever come up again. It's very much to squash it and to move on because this is very much about fun for us. Again, you all work so hard for your channels. I sometimes forget there are negative people out there. I hate that. And that's the thing. I never knew the mindset that some had until I really knew the mindset they had. And it's unfortunate. Spreadsheet, LOL. It's not
Yeah.
going to happen. I would probably be spending, if anyone's familiar with Excel, which is a spreadsheet program of Microsoft, I would probably be spending a lot of time creating cells on Excel because I would run out of rows to add every single channel out there that does YouTube lives. It's impossible. Anyone thinking that that should be a possibility, I don't know how they see. I would want them to be in charge of that spreadsheet then. If they think there should be a spreadsheet, make a PDF of it and share it out with the rest of us. I give you that job. Oh, people need to lighten up. This is not supposed to be a competition. That is exactly what I said to Cindy. In our discussion we have, I told her, it's sad because I felt like this kind of conversation made it seem like we were competing. No, I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing it to bring attention to other channels. And that's what Cindy and I discussed about having guests on. Because, like I said, it ups the fun. You know, we have one or two people adding to the conversation on the Friday Night Lives. We are able to feature a channel that some in the community do not know about. It is growing the community with different types of awareness. A channel could be doing something you do not know about. Like, for example, we have Indigo Nilly coming on. If you search her channel, she has hundreds of recipe videos that you might have not tried one of those recipes. It is introducing you to someone like that. You know, she can have simplified recipes that interest you, that you're now able to incorporate in your journey. So it is about bringing awareness to so much more of this community that you might not know about. So that is also the beauty of having these guests on. I can't believe they suggested that you track their channel's activity and schedule. That's ridiculous. It's one of those things like I could not believe it as well. I'm so sorry someone asked you to make a spreadsheet. You do you. It is also impossible, please, everyone. It's absolutely true. Hi, sorry, I didn't get a notification. Oh, no, that's okay. We are so happy that you were able to stop in for a little bit. And we do apologize because the half of this live stream kind of was about this negativity going on. So we also apologize that you came in at this point and not for the fun we had earlier. This is kind of the damper part of this live. So thank you so much for being here and sorry that you had to come in on this live when you did. Um, Kelly and I also use our channel for fun. We hope we give out good info, but it's fun for us. It also keeps us accountable, and that's what it should be all about. Because I don't think anyone would want to do this if it did not achieve fun. I know some do this as solely their job, and that is their choice. You know, if they want to have their YouTube channel as a job for them, they have that right. For me, I have so much in my life that is already a job. I cannot make YouTube a job as well. I needed to have it as something that was solely for me to have fun, for me to be accountable in my journey, as you're also mentioning, is you and Callie's perspective as well. Um, for me, it's just it'll never be a job. That is just the honest truth. I will never have it as one of my jobs, even if I was to quit the job that I just got tomorrow. YouTube will not be my job. Oh, here we have Uncle Big Guy, Arden. Welcome, welcome. And here Sean is saying, don't worry about overlapping streams. People will watch you if they want to watch you. And that is just the way it is. So that's kind of like the feeling that I had because truly, 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 there should not be any animosity or there should not be any type of negativity when it comes to overlapping because your subscribers will be where they want to be, and they are entitled to that because it is their time. It is not for any one channel to dictate who needs to spend time on any said channel. It is you guys' personal time. Just like for me, when I'm not live or when I'm not creating content, that is also my personal time. I can do with it as I please and as I wish. I would not want anyone to tell me what to do with my personal time, and I feel the same way about you all. You can do what you want with your time. I hope there's a replay of this. There should be. So as soon as we wrap up any of our lives, there is the live tab that's going to be because we're streaming on both sides. So anytime Cindy and I, if one or the other's hosting, it does not matter because we still share the link with each other. So if you go on Cindy's live tab, you'll see this available. And if you go on my live tab, it would also be available on our dedicated channels. Nicole, hey, hey, I am back. Seems like I missed a lot. Well, thank you so much for being back. I hope everything went really well with your clients. Here we have Exposing Darkness. I agree that it's impossible not to overlap with other people's videos. Just pick a time and the people who are interested will participate. And that's just the way it is. Because even on Friday nights, everyone wants to enjoy their weekend. And as soon as us working people clock out of work on a Friday, best believe I consider my weekend starts at that given minute after my work day. So I'm very much I have the same feelings as well. Don't worry about it. If there's an overlap and I want to attend on what it is live, I can always watch a replay of the other. Otherwise, I would have to run two channels at once. Poo. And that's just it. There is the replays, and that's what was upsetting to me because there is replays that exist. The channels are still able to get watch hours even if you were to replay the live. And reality is, not everyone is going to be able to stay for the full length of the live sometimes. There's lives I've been a viewer. I couldn't watch the whole thing and I had to go back and I had to watch the rest.
Yeah.
There was actually treadmill time. I did treadmill time, like literally, I finished what, 30 minutes, Cindy, I told you, before I decided to do this live. I just finished my dedicated treadmill time. I was watching a channel's video, their content video during my treadmill time. I could not finish the whole content video. I paused it. I'm going to go back to my history and watch the rest of it when I get time again. Like that's just the way it is sometimes. We have to prioritize what is, important in that moment. We cannot give all of our time, as I mentioned before, to being on our electronics. We have to go out there and we have to live life. That is what it's all about when we basically accomplish all these victories of feeling the best in our bodies. Like, let's go out there and truly live our best life. I have some saying hi to one another. Cindy, we are close to the same age. I relate to you. That is what I look for. I didn't know there was drama. Wow. And that's what it's all about. It's about that one thing that connects you with whoever you're watching. And I actually mentioned that to another channel before because someone had asked me kind of like what I thought the mindset was of what makes someone sub to another channel. And I said, it is just one connection. No matter what that connection is, if you're similar in age with that person, if you had an ailment that connects you with that person, it's just one of those things. So you kind of confirm that a little bit there. Yeah, so as Sydney said, it's been crazy. It was something that was unfortunate, but I cannot have it consume me. I cannot.
We're not going to.
No. I will not allow it to.
When this live is done, it's all done.
It's
It's done.
over. It's over. It's squashed. It's done. You will not hear us talk about this again. That is for sure. Hugs to you, Sana. Making the decision that your life and your family is important. The craziness of social media is worse than any reality show on TV. And Joe, it absolutely is. And that's the thing, I share my real life on here, but we also have to have the separation that this is not real life. It is not. Social media is in such a way that, yeah, we can share real life, but it's not real life. We have to have that boundary. Real life is out there enjoying life because it is real. This, it has to have a point of boundary. So, as Nicole is saying, we are all one community. We should all get along and support one another. Let's not bring each other down. I am sorry I missed the lead in this convo. Very much so. Very, very much so. We are one community. And that is something I've always shared. We are one proper human diet community, regardless of what you choose. If low carb works for you, if keto works for you, ketovore, carnivore, lion diet, I can go on and on with the different ways of eating. I even have love for someone that chooses to be vegan. Everyone needs to do what is best for them, period. I will respect everyone and anyone because I am an adult, they are an adult. No one should ever come across like they're trying to dictate anyone of what they do on their journey. That also goes for a YouTube channel. No one should feel the need to tell Cindy and I what we have to do. It is our time we are putting out here for our YouTube lives. It is our personal time that we are taking to create content. But we are going to try our hardest, if we are going to continue with this 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard time slot. As we said, we're going to discuss a little bit behind the scenes. But it's one of those things, 6:30 p.m. It works really well for me because even if we were to go stay for 2 hours, that carries me to about 8:30, and I'm able to still put my kids to bed. I'm able to put my kids to bed. That is something I could not do before. I had worked at a toxic job where my hours were so wonky. Not only did I miss sit down family dinners, I missed the opportunity to put my kids to sleep. So, very much so, I need to adjust things according to what is best for myself with my health as well as my family.
Yeah.
Yes, as Sydney said, you might have to watch a replay. I don't blame you if you don't care to watch the replay. But if you kind of want a little bit of catch up of what kind of was discussed, definitely, go ahead and dabble in a little bit. It's just things that we kind of just had to put out there. I love Neely bread too. I used to make hamburger buns and they came out great. Yes. We are super, super excited to talk with her. She is going to be a wonderful guest. I'm super excited. I'm still trying pizza recipes. The best one is the chicken one for sure. Definitely check out Cindy's video because she had just made a pizza and that was what you had for your first meal, right? Was some leftovers of that
Yes,
pizza?
yes. That was so good.
It looked good. It looked good. Like I a lot of times report back to channel makers um of how amazing like because I don't really think a lot of times like anyone has the time to go back like after they edit their videos to go and watch their own video. And a lot of things they come across so like visually appealing. And Cindy, when I tell you I could replay you spreading out that batter that you made for the pizza, I could watch it on replay. It was so relaxing and it looked so good. Like it literally looked like like a doughy crust type of pizza is what it looked like. Once you like finish baking it, it looked amazing. Oh, I was totally joking about the Shelley and Heath comment. I love you all. You know how long their lives are. And that's just it, Lynn. It's not anything, we would hold you to coming across like negative with that previous comment you made. No. And we love you right back.
Yes, she's
Was
great.
the
I
egg
got to
white
meet
bread
her
crust.
last year.
That's amazing. That is great. Like when you're able to actually meet everyone in person.
Yeah, I know.
But
I need
yes,
to
that
go to
is the crust
Florida.
I was talking about, the one that you just had recorded. I'll try that. I saw it too. Yes, it looked so amazing. It really did. And we did have this right here just with the period. So I don't know if you intended to say something. Sometimes, YouTube is the way it is. And sometimes if you hit enter to add more text, sometimes it kind of just sends what you already had filled in the post a comment field. But welcome, welcome to LaShonda. We're so happy that you could be here with us. Let's go back here. I see that you said hi to LaShonda as well. Oh, and look here, we have our first spam, Cindy.
Yeah, Nicole took care of him. Got him out.
Yes. I can't remember. I think this same person was on Nicole's, if I believe it or not. So Jason's saying,
Brought
I
him
tend to
along.
lean towards recorded interviews so I can focus on the discussion. That's just me, though. I also enjoy having live guests. Yes. And that's the other thing as well. So when it comes to the recorded interviews, they are a great option. Especially, I know some actually prefer to just be recorded and have it be done as like a premiere. Um, but we've just had a lot of channels like they've had interest in doing it as a full blown live. They enjoy the live chat and they enjoy kind of just that difference of something just being recorded because there's obviously topics that are coming up in the chat that can play into the live discussion as well. And also, people are able to get their questions answered in real time, which is also really nice and helpful. So here was that question. I'm ketovore, still holding on to a few keto items, but Sana, when I did carnivore for 3 weeks, I lost 7 pounds and felt amazing. I'm positive I will be a strict carnivore soon. The keto snacks, elimination is what I would say. Eliminate what you feel you could do without. Even if it is for a period of time until you have reached all of your better health goals. And then later on, when you feel like you're at a standstill point of your healing, try to incorporate them. Whatever you eliminate, try incorporating them one at a time and see how your body does. Like, does it irritate you? Is it affecting the better health goals that you obtained? So I'm going to have a very different perspective than probably like what others would tell you. But if it's the keto snacks, definitely we have to be careful when it comes to the processed stuff because they can definitely, hinder us. But some it does not hinder because getting back to that notion, all our bodies are different. Some of the keto products that are out there could irritate me, but you could be fine on them. You could still be achieving your better health goals. But in this case where you're saying that carnivore did help you obtain better health, try eliminating the ones that might be stalling you, that might be affecting you. And then, as I said, one at a time, try incorporating and see if you can pinpoint which one was causing you the issues of a stall. Do you have any feedback to give on that, Cindy?
I, this person was in my chat the other night with Andy when I was talking about my Sunday or my September plans.
Yeah,
And I pretty much said the same thing. If you felt amazing doing carnivore, do carnivore
yeah,
because that's their whole thing is you want to strive for better health. And
yes,
whatever makes you feel good, that's what you got to do.
Mm,
And it just makes all the sense in the world. Occasionally, yeah,
right,
you're gonna might have a keto snack.
right,
Just watch the ingredients on them because I do often, and I do watch the ingredients on them.
right.
Uh, yeah, so but overall, you want your health to be better. So if you
Yes.
feel better doing carnivore, do carnivore. That's a given.
Yeah. And I can definitely agree with that feedback because that's what I had to do. Keto was no longer working for me. And I could not simply just keep keto because my husband and my kids are still doing it over 4 years now. I had to also think of myself. I had to also think what was best for me and my journey. So here we have Lana saying, I do recorded interviews. I don't like to be fiddling with the tech while with the guest. Yes, and that's mainly why, both Cindy and I, we take turns hosting. That way we can kind of just keep in like the loop of dealing with the chat, dealing with StreamYard in general. And that's why it's also nice to have the both of us because, well, one is possibly focused on the chat, the other can kind of, take the lead in the conversation. So it's nice to have the both of us kind of having like a tag team going on. I used to give people the benefit of the doubt until I read a book by Dr. Phil, can't remember the title, and he talked some sense into me. That's the thing. And I was very much the same way. I gave people the benefit of the doubt. Um, and like I said, I tried to kind of have a perspective of forgiving and forgiving very easily. Um, but for me, it's just really, I'm at the point in my life, I can't, I have to, click that delete button and just move on and focus on what is best for me, my journey, as well as for just my better health in general. Sean is saying, oops, of course, there was a spammer while I was busy getting fuel. Yes, because he actually did not know he was a moderator on my channel. I assigned him as a moderator, and that is fine, Sean. Definitely, be careful, get that fuel. We definitely appreciate you being here while you are multitasking because, just very much as his name, the Carnivore Trucker, he is a trucker and we appreciate all our truckers out there. So thank you so much for still being here as you are working and getting all the things done to keep this country moving smoothly because we definitely would not have a lot that we have at the grocery stores if it wasn't for our truckers. So we appreciate you all.
For sure.
All right, so let's see here. So here we have the spammer was back. All right. So I guess my question is, do you ever have a keto snack while on strict carnivore? So you might have missed some of the previous discussion we had. So currently, right now, I don't incorporate anything that is keto. So I have done the reintroduction so far of some seasonings at the 4 month mark of carnivore, as well as incorporated cheese. September is going to be completely dairy free with the exception of butter. I'm going to still be using butter. But as far as anything else that would be considered keto, specifically keto snacks, I have not. So I did mention for my birthday, that's going to be December 9th, I am wanting to go to a Brazilian steakhouse because I've never been to one before. So while I'm there, I am thinking, I'm still kind of tossing around the idea, but I'm thinking if they do have some berries available, which is going to be keto, it's going to be technically considered a keto snack. I'm gonna try to go in with some berries as like my dessert and see how my body does. So that is kind of gonna be something I'm gonna try. Does it mean I'm gonna incorporate it all the time? No. It's not something that I'm gonna plan to do consistently part of my carnivore journey because I still feel probably even when December comes, I still feel like I'm going to be at a point where I'm going to still have a lot of healing to do. It's just something I'm going to do special and with a new mindset for my birthday because it's going to be my birthday that day. So Nicole said that she had to remove Michael because apparently putting him in timeout didn't work. Thank you so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate you helping with that. And here Jason's telling Nicole, brought the hammer down on the spammer, LOL. Well, we appreciate that spammer because he definitely brought some good laughter and some lightheartedness that we really needed back in this live again. Heck yes, not up on here, LOL. Nicole is also a Jersey girl just like me, and yes, we are very much the type of no nonsense. And Cindy as well, do not cross Cindy.
No. I have pretty thick skin.
Yeah.
I used to run a retail store.
Oh,
And when
yeah.
it came to the comment before about giving people the benefit of the doubt, I did that way too often.
Oh, yeah, especially in retail.
And it was a small store. So it only really made sense for one person to be in the store at a time as far as working. So the employees that I had, oh my word. I got to the point where I don't trust anybody ever. That's it.
Yeah.
It's sad, but that was a realization that really hit me in the face because of that.
I had worked in retail too, and when I tell you, you cannot understand unless you worked in retail before. I actually worked in retail as well as fast food before.
Me too.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that you cannot appreciate those titles unless you've worked it yourself. You do not
I
have the
managed
understanding.
I managed a
I know.
McDonald's for 4 years. It
For
was
me, so we were competitors. So while you were managing McDonald's, I was managing Wendy's.
they have the better meat. Wendy's has
Oh my
better
gosh.
burgers for sure.
Better burgers and they're square, not circle. So take
That's
that, Cindy.
oh.
Oh, so here I'm having strawberry keto chow for dinner, just saying. Listen, I want to see Cindy do a video. Where do you store your keto chow? In your pantry, Cindy?
Oh my word. You
You
don't even
ran
want
out
to
of room
know.
of where to
I have
store it,
another order
huh?
coming tomorrow.
I would love Cindy to do a video, and you definitely would have to tag keto chow so Chris and Miriam could
I would
see.
have to set it all out on my island and clear
Oh my
everything off my
goodness.
island first. And
Yes,
it
because
might fit.
we
And it's a
definitely
good
need to
size
see
island.
that. That
Oh
would be
my
some really good
goodness.
content right there. So the
It's
strawberry
a
keto chow for dinner. And I did mention, I believe it was on Nicole's live earlier because of us doing dairy free for the month of September. Keto chow, they have their line of core, which is dairy free. They only had chocolate, Cindy, right? For the
right.
core, it was only chocolate. And now they
Sweetened and
do
unsweetened
have,
with stevia. The
yes.
sweetened with stevia and unsweetened. Now they have
And
strawberry cream core, both sweetened and unsweetened, and
okay,
vanilla cream core, sweetened and
okay.
unsweetened.
So
And I have
there are those options
both of those
available as
coming.
well. So for anyone that wants to be able to incorporate something, like keto chow, they do now have those other flavors that would allow you still to adhere with dairy free. And as far as the strawberry keto chow, Chris and Miriam, they are very supportive in this community that they will flat out tell you that everyone should be eating real food, period. But then again, their product is a good product. Everyone has to see what is best for them because Cindy could do well on keto chow, still be achieving all her better health goals. But guess what? I can try keto chow and have it affect me. I've never had keto chow yet. I'm just kind of giving an example. We need to see what works best for us.
Mhm.
And when it comes to Chris and Miriam, they understand this and they don't wrong anyone. If anyone says, listen, like your product, I can't incorporate it right now. because it is causing me a stall on my better health goals. And they are
They'll
okay
tell
with
you
that.
meat first. Meat first.
Exactly,
They tell you
exactly.
that.
They are huge
Absolutely.
advocates of that. So they will not come at anybody. Definitely they don't want anybody slandering their product either, because if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. That's that. Keep it at that. It should not be a reflection of their product because it doesn't work for any said person. Because there's going to be many products out there that are the same exact way.
It so
Aside
totally
from
works for
talking
me.
about keto chow. And exactly. So if that is what you're going in with is the strawberry keto chow and you're doing it for dinner, that's actually as it's suggested is to have it as a meal replacement. So the fact that you're having it is something that keeps you compliant with this proper human diet, as well as considering it as a meal replacement.
Right.
Oh, so here we have FR Humphrey. Hey, at Mrs. Perfect and Perfect Keto. Thank you so much for being here. We're so happy you can join us. We hope you have had a great weekend so far. If you've done anything interesting, go ahead and let us know in the chat, as we've asked everyone else as well. The other day, I had strawberry cream mixed with banana, keto chow ice cream. It was so good. And that is the other thing too. Cindy does the mixing of the flavors to make a whole other, like a mix, a concoction.
I
So she is
mixed.
definitely a
I'm
keto
going to
chow
tell you,
pro.
Chris and Miriam, they talk about mixing chocolate peanut butter and chocolate toffee to get like a Butterfinger flavor. And then they do chocolate peanut butter mixed with salted caramel for like a Snickers flavor. So I thought one day, I'm going to mix all three of
Right.
those. And I came up with my own name for it. It's Snickerfinger instead of,
Oh,
see?
you
See? And
see,
it
I'm
is
telling
good.
you, you are like the keto chow pro over there. So that's what I'm saying. You need to do a content video of the stash you have.
I'll have my husband help me. We'll pull it all out because I've got it in the closet. I've got some in this little
Oh my
cabinet that I have.
gosh.
It's everywhere. And I have more coming, like I said. The fall flavors.
Like last night, QC went over 3 hours. How would you know that? And that's the thing, if anyone ends up going for any set time, that is on them, you know. And I'm going to touch on this really quick, and then we're going to get back into like a little bit of the fun again. But that's just it. Anyone can go over for however much time they want. That is their time that they're committing to that live. Let them do them. But when you try to dictate to another channel that they cannot overlap with yours, it's like, excuse me, yes, there is respect, but then again, there's also trying to dictate, and I'm not down for that. Keto treats, and definitely he's putting that in quotations here, can definitely lead to more cravings, but they can help you stay on track too. It can be a slippery slope for some people though. And
It
that's very, very good information, Jason, because you have to be at the point, as many call it in the community. And I know Nicole, former fat girl in the chat, she calls it the same food freedom. You want to make sure you are at the point where you're able to have food freedom. Because if you're incorporating these treats, you want to make sure we are not considering them a replacement to what we had on the standard American diet. We're not allowing them to fill a void. We are just very much using them for only the sake of allowing the consistency and the sustainability on whatever journey you're choosing to do, whether it be, keto, ketovore, low carb, carnivore. So that's a very, very good point, Jason.
right. When I use that, and I have made a lot of use of those, but I
Yes.
have also maintained 100-pound weight loss for
Right.
almost a year. So
Yeah.
if I was seeing that scale, and I do not stay off the scale. If I was seeing
Mm.
that scale creeping up and up and up, absolutely, those things would be on the back
Oh,
burner.
yeah.
They would be probably in the
Right.
trash. But,
Exactly.
it's like with me doing this month of 2-day fasting every week.
Right.
That's mainly a heart thing for me. A heart, not hard, but heart thing. After hearing that as well as your brain needs ketones, your heart does as well from a heart surgeon. That was that was probably the key for me making this decision to do this.
Right. Yeah.
That so it was like, okay, I got it.
And that's the important thing that you mentioned right there. It's not hindering your better health goals.
Nope.
It's still keeping you on track. So you're incorporating and doing what is best for you. And here we have it is for me. I know it. Once I get a little bit better at not having them, then I'm having one that it has to just say no. And that's it. And I applaud you for recognizing that because sometimes it's not easy to recognize it. So the fact that you're able to self identify that you have to just say no, that is huge right there. So
Mhm.
definitely feel very proud of yourself about that because think to the days when we were eating the standard American diet. Not once did we feel we were doing wrong by ourselves with what we were eating. Not once did we think we were harming ourselves. If we did know what we knew now, we would have done it all along. So you have so much growth. Be proud of that. If you end up having a keto chow snack, don't beat yourself up about it. Do not ponder in that moment. If you have what some call a slip up, move on from it. Don't allow the food to control your emotions. You had it, it's done, it's over. Move on to what your next steps are.
But the keto chow is not a snack. That's a meal. That
That would be your meal
and
replacement,
that's how
absolutely.
he's used it. If you get to the point where you're
It's
doing a full
okay.
meal and then incorporating a keto chow with that, depending on putting any fat in that or not, you could really be overdoing it.
Oh,
But you can
yeah.
mix it without any fat and use it
Right.
as a dessert,
Yeah.
you know,
Very true.
and have your meal where you're getting your protein and your fat. And I just have keto chow because the carb
Mm.
count on keto chow is so ridiculously low.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And
It
you
is.
just mix it with water and have it. But, I use it as a meal replacement, whether it's in shake form, which I had one last night, or as ice cream, or I've made waffles out of it. And there's so many different things you can
Mm.
do. It's
Yeah.
depending on how you incorporate it. But it's definitely not considered a snack item
Right.
per se. Yeah, because the vitamins and minerals that are in it
Yeah.
are, it's probably the healthiest shake you could have of any protein shake out there.
Right. And I know some that they do carnivore, um, with the exception that they incorporate keto chow.
Mhm.
And the way they incorporate is very much like you're explaining. They'll have it in the form of ice cream. They use their Ninja Creamy and make the ice cream. And they basically consider, which is a good mindset because if you figure, the meat that they ate was pretty much, zero carbs. And they did not go as meat heavy for that meal. So technically, they had room to incorporate the keto chow as what would kind of have been the finish off of their
Right.
meal. So some do it that way as well.
Mhm.
They're just mindful when it comes to incorporating it truly as a meal on the side of the meat.
Right.
So that's definitely like another point. And as Jason said, and we also mentioned, being able to recognize that is key, that I am the same way. And yes, that is huge that you're able to self-identify that. So definitely, as I said, be proud about that. Lana saying, I watch the replays of the lives more often than in person. And I'm the same way. I am literally, aside from being a content creator, having my own channel, I enjoy life now. I am always in catch up mode. There are some videos I don't even get the chance to watch sometimes. Even like Cindy, she just had a live on Saturday. I couldn't watch it yet. And I even told her
Shame on
too.
you.
I said that when I get the chance, I'm going to try to really watch it because I want to be able to watch it. But sometimes it doesn't always turn out that way. Like exactly what we're
Mm.
wanting, it does not happen sometimes. It's to the point of it is what it is. I'm not doing it to intentionally hurt Cindy by not watching anything that she creates. The thing is, that is just the way life is sometimes. We have to put our life, our real life outside of all of this, we have to make it the priority.
Yes, absolutely.
Create a watch later playlist for the videos you can't get to when they are released. Even if you can't watch them all, you can still run the list and give hours to the channel. That is, yes, that is actually what I do. So I actually have to like always like weed through the videos because that's what I end up doing. I create a watch later playlist. That way I can always go back to like my history of where I stopped off. Because a lot of times when I'm actually watching these videos is I'm multitasking. So like I'm cleaning the house, I'm cooking, I'm kind of multitasking in that way. So that's a really, really good tip. Thanks, Jason. For no one that knew about that, thank you for bringing that information. Here we have Arden. I alternate with all I support. We learn from all. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is what this community should be about. So here, Lana saying we're seeing a swelling of people in this community, which means that alpha people are also coming in. It's a good thing to see more people joining us all the time. It also creates tension. That's the thing. It is a very much catch-22 situation because it does create tension with the channels that have been here the longest on the space. Because, it's kind of like they feel like this was dedicated space for them. Um, and it's kind of, anyone that's coming in new, it might seem like a place of coming from disrespect for the channels that have been here first, but it's not. Very much so, like the older channels, they are able to always kind of do their own thing. It's the same very much for the new channels. I don't think there should be a distinguished difference between new channel, old channel, because that is also kind of getting into division. Just like people want to create division between ketovore, carnivore, and low carb. No, we are all one community. And I think when it comes to old YouTube channels as well as new YouTube channels, we are all one community as well. There should not be any division. Everyone needs to do what is best for them, period. There's tons of videos on my watch later playlist. LOL. Yes, Sean, we can definitely relate with that.
I don't have a watch later playlist yet. I guess I should do that because
Now we're going to have Cindy having a whole watch later
oh
playlist.
my word. I just need to fish through my stuff and
Oh my gosh.
there's not
Jason's
the time of
saying
day.
there isn't because there is only 24 hours to every single person here, no matter where you live. You got 24 hours. And what you do with that 24 hours, it is very important. We all have to take advantage of every given day. Because no one knows, do we know when our last breath is going to be? No, you have to make the best of every single day. You have to feel like that last given day was truly spent wisely and truly out there enjoying life.
Yep.
I had a big keto creator basically tell me not to start a channel unless I was ready to deal with hate. So far, I haven't had to deal with much of it, but I am still small.
You're not too small. You just hit a
Yes,
thousand subscribers,
you
dude.
just hit 1K. So you definitely, are you as big as some other channels out there? No, but I still feel that yes, your channel definitely has a lot of value and worth at just achieving that 1K. And I hear that a lot as well. That to have a YouTube channel or even like a Facebook group, you have to have thick skin, as Cindy said that she has. You have to have thick skin. And I very much have thick skin. But also something that I have lost is patience. I can have patience for a lot of things in my life, like such as my kids. I definitely have to exercise patience because I homeschool them. I have to have patience for that. I definitely have patience with my husband because I want to have and keep a very healthy, good marriage going. So there's very many aspects of my life I exercise patience for. Unnecessary drama, I don't. I don't have patience at all. But you are very, very correct and very true with what that person told you. You have to be ready to deal with hate because, yes, it will come from everywhere. It will come from spammers. It will come from those feeling like your way of eating is detrimental to yourself, to the environment. You'll get all kinds of different opinions out there. So that is very true. Wow, even vegan again, lol. And then we have Lynn here. Why have I never created a watch later list? That changes today. I make myself crazy trying to remember to go back and watch everything, lol. Yes, I'm so happy that Jason had brought up that tip because you will see it is so helpful because it definitely organizes things and it definitely kind of allows you to minimize your notification alerts of everything sitting out there. It kind of just dedicates it all into one organized space. Yep, that pizza looks so good. Yes. Cindy, your pizza looked amazing. It looks so good, especially all like the meats you added on there, mouth drool. Yes, it looked delicious. Neely is great. Love everything she does. She
Yes.
is amazing. And just for me, like just from like a personal perspective, I can't wait to have her on because she also shares the commonality that they're also homeschoolers. So that is super, super exciting for me. And that's something I share with Cindy as well, that I'm so excited that Cindy reached out to Neely and that Neely agreed to come on because it's amazing when you have that commonality with someone. Things I just don't feel as good as I did with strict carnivore. And that's just it. Try it in that way, eliminate one at a time and see, if you're able to get to the point of feeling your very best. That is what it's all about. It's not about complicating things or it's not about, feeling that you are restricting yourself. Sometimes we need to just do the elimination for the sake of experimenting. I guess I need to hear it again. I know what I need to do.
Yep.
Yes, it's one of those things, a lot of times we have to just keep reminding ourselves, every single day has to be considered a struggle. It has to, anyone that tells you, oh, I'm in maintenance, oh, I'm exactly where I need to be, best believe maintenance has the word maintain in it. You have to be able to maintain that every single day. Every single day will be a work in progress. And we should all want to continue to be a work in progress in our lives. You should never settle in life. And that's with anything in life, whether it be the job you're working, you want to be able to grow from that. I'm sure everybody would love to consistently get raises at work when they're doing good at a job as they have longevity with the job. We're not going to want to settle on being at the same set pay all the time. No, we want to have growth. And that's just with all aspects of life.
Yeah, I need to tell the government that with my social security checks that I'm tired of that one level pay now.
Exactly. I hear you, Sydney. I definitely do. So Lana's gonna run. So thank you so much, Lana, for being here. We appreciate you. It has been a pleasure to meet you
Yes, it
and now
has.
be able to know you as a first name basis. She does have a call in a few minutes. We hope it goes well for you. She does not have the holiday there, so we
Ouch.
appreciate even more that you're spending the day with us, even without it being a holiday for you. Talk to you later as well. Nicole, thanks for the random live. Sana and Cindy, time for food. Enjoy your food because I know she's going in with one meal a day, so definitely enjoy. Sean, you got any spammers? LOL. So we're picking on Sean since he was pumping fuel at the time of the spammers. All right, so let's see here. Yep, Butterfinger, I saw you mix those.
All right, B Dog. I'm gonna. If you don't feel it comfortable, what is your
Hmm.
name?
Yes. If you're comfortable sharing just your first name, that way we can put you at a first name basis
We can add you to our list of
to our
names.
list.
I'm so bad at remembering names. I got to make a list.
You see, I'm telling you, B Dog is telling you as well. That would be a great video, Keto Chow
Yeah,
Stash.
yeah. It's a lot of work to get all that out of the
It's a
closet and the
lot.
cabinet and everything.
It is a lot. I hear you on that because also when it comes to the grocery hauls, it can be a lot because it's like you're in a time crunch, especially when you have frozen items, putting it all out, recording it really quickly, then having to put it all away. So I actually had to do my grocery haul in two parts because I did have some stuff that was on like the verge of being thawed out. So Lynn is saying Snicker finger, love it. I'll have to try that.
It is good. I'm telling you.
Thank you so much, Sean. He went ahead and posted again the link for Just Jason Keto. We are super happy that he just reached 1K. And for him to continue to grow, that would be amazing. And then here we have Lana's channel again. Thank you, Sean, for getting those posted here. And go ahead, Sean, post your own channel as well.
And Brenda is her
Brenda,
name.
there we go. So we are going to officially now have you on our list here.
A lot of people think I'm a guy because of my name, but it's a nickname from work. Now I feel better saying Brenda.
Brenda. Yes, that way, because it's nice. It's nice to kind of put it with like a first name. All
All
right,
right,
so
Donna,
we
it's
are
been about 3
almost,
hours.
yes, we are almost about like 5 minutes away from 3 hours. Sean just went ahead and posted his link. So if you all can go ahead and show him some love and support if you are not subbed to him already, we would truly appreciate that. But we are going to go ahead and wrap it up because, very much in this conversation, we mentioned that, YouTube and social media should not consume our lives and our better health. So I definitely want to enjoy the rest of my day off with my family.
And
So
thank
we are
you,
definitely going
everybody
to
that showed up.
yes. Absolutely. Thank you so much to everyone. As we very much said, we would appreciate any comments going forward. Let's just please let the negativity fizzle out. Oh, here we have Dee Lee is telling us that she is Donna. Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. But thank you to everyone that came and shared part of your day, whether you had off today or not. Thank you so much for being here. We absolutely appreciate you all. Was there anything you needed to add, Cindy, before we go ahead and have this come to a close?
Just we will see you Friday on 6:30 Eastern with Neely. Next Friday it is Chad, correct?
Yes. So the following Friday, so we did confirmation. I know some of you might have heard that September 15th was going to be tentative because we had not had confirmation. But now we have confirmation. We're going to have Chad from Minimalist Carnivore that he will be on the 15th with us, which is going to be super, super exciting.
Right. And
That
the following 2
following
weeks we are booked up.
22nd,
We have Amber and Dan's Carnivore Life on
and
the
then
22nd.
right? Then comes September 29th to close out the month of September. We are going to have a really big one, be Dr. Tony Hampton. So definitely bring your questions that you have for them. We are definitely going to do our best to adhere to them. Also, because we want to try to make sure that we are respecting the guest time of how long they want to be on, as well as respecting the time frame as far as us overlapping situation is what I'll call it. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go ahead and go out there and live your best life because that is what you deserve and that is what you have earned. Thank you so much, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good night. Take care, everyone. See you all on Friday.